are now live. My Mario stopped running all of a sudden. What's up, Mario? We live, dudes. Can I refresh it? There we go. What's up, everybody? We are at E3. This is Treehouse, Nintendo Treehouse Day 2. What's up, dudes? And so, they're starting in 4 minutes. Nintendo starts in 4 minutes. Let's see. Mixtape number 1. Let's go. How you hating on the... Where my hype at? Where my hype at, bro? Where my hype at, bro? Where my hype at, bro? Let me put on that hype hat, bro. Hating on the end. Hating on the hating on the end. Hating on the end. Ain't even begin. You hating on the end and it ain't even begin. Hating on the end. Ain't even begin. You hating. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Jason? I'm live on my channel, dude. I'm live on the channel, dude. My channel now. And on the end. You crying in the end. What's up, everybody? You crying in the end. Hating on the end. Let me turn this up, bro. Let me turn this music up, bro. Hating on the end, and they still gon' win. Hating on the end, and they still gon' win. Hey. I done got the grill in, bro. I should put in the grill. I'm putting in the grill this stream, bro. Go and get your friend. We're putting in the grill. Go and get your friend and sit in the end. Go and get your friend while you hating on the end. Go and get your friend and sit in the end. Hey, that Obi-Wan plays. Y'all like that end flow. You know how it go. That's how we go, baby. Hating. Hating on the end, hating on that end, hating on that, hating on that, hating on that end, hating on the end, hating on the end, hating on the end. Go and get your friend. Yeah, they still gonna win. You can't stop. What's up, Sean? What's up, Sean, in the sponsor chat? Obi-Wan plays track number 1. Let's go, boy. Come at me, bro. What's up, Sean? I see you in the sponsor chat. Oh, we hitting them back to back. We got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, then we getting started. What's up, dudes? Obi-Wan plays the struggling rapper. I see you, y'all boy, Beerus. Ready or not, here we come. We winning. You losing. We winning. You snoozing. We winning. We bruising. We winning. Just cruising. Some Smash board today. We'll see, Sean. I don't know, dude. I don't know if we're gonna see Smash. Smash 4 too, but thanks for subbing. Thanks for subscribing, boy. We winning. We deucing. You losing. We winning. You losing. We winning. 14K, baby. Losing. We winning. You losing. Just the beginning. They ain't ready. We winning. You losing. We winning. We boosting. Mario Kart. We winning. Y'all fuming. We winning. They doing like a baby got a hype. Google got the A. Google got the hype. Winning all the way. Google got the hype. Google got the A. Google got the hype. Y'all crying every day. Big baby. We winning. We shining. We winning. We grinding. We winning. We climbing. We winning. Y'all whining. Y'all losing. We winning. Y'all losing. We blaming. Get your shot. Y'all losing. We winning. Y'all losing. We leaning. Lean back. We winning. We going. We winning. Showboating. We winning. Y'all losing. We winning. Turn up my music. All right, dudes. All right. It's 1 o'clock. They should be getting started, boy. They should be getting started, dude. It's 1 o'clock, Nintendo. They late. They late, blah. They late. They late. They late. They late. They late. It ain't great, cause they late. Nintendo, where ya at? Oh, I didn't push play. All right, we live. We live, dudes.
I imagine a lot of you watching this segment probably already know what Pokken Tournament is, but
Pokken Tournament.
But I do just want to quickly explain the basics of it. For
Oh, be on pause. Ha! I had to push play.
ポケモンのゲームというと、
はい
プレイヤーは ポケモンに命令を出して、そしてそのポケモンが行動するというゲームだったと思います。
So most Pokemon
Let's
games,
go.
obviously, you're taking the role of a trainer or something
Chill
else,
out, no
giving
name calling,
orders to the
bro.
Pokemon to carry out different moves.
All right, let's go.
このポケンはですね、プレイヤー自身
Oh, they're gonna talk about Pokken Tournament. Let me close this.
そして技を繰
Follow
り出
and
して
again.
相手
Okay,
を倒
okay.
さなければなりません。
But in
How
Pokken
do I get this
Tournament,
out of
the
here,
thing about
bro?
this is that you actually take direct control of the Pokemon to unleash moves and defeat your
I want to
opponent.
get this off. Follow and get
10万ボルト
when notifications when Nintendo's live. Okay, dude.
ということになります。
Some moves like Thunderbolt and Flamethrower, you're
Get this
directly
out of here, bro. This won't delete. It
こ
can't
の
get
ゲー
off.
ムはバンダイナムコさんがこれまでその
I hate Twitter, bro.
対戦アクションゲーム
I'm going to Nintendo's YouTube, bro. I'm gonna pull this up on Nintendo's YouTube channel.
And
I
with
hate
this
Twitter.
game, we obviously teamed up with Bandai Namco, are really just experts in their craft when it comes
Hold
to
on.
fighting games and just kind of 3D action games.
Will you double dip? Yeah, I'm probably gonna double dip and get Pokken again, dude. Nintendo be getting me, bro. Nintendo be getting me, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get that Pokken again, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get Pokken again, bro. I'm gonna end up getting Pokken again, bro.
And
All right,
so
hold
what
on,
we really
dudes, 1
focused on with this
second.
project is
I'm
really
gonna
making
close
action games
this.
really cool. So even if you're not really an expert at fighting
And I'm
games,
gonna
not
get
really
the
good
stream
at
go.
it,
I'm
you
gonna
can pick this
switch
game up
over
and
to
play,
YouTube.
and with
I'm
very
switching
easy
over to
control, just
YouTube.
unleash these awesome looking moves and really just see something amazing happen on screen.
ですので、私が、初
Alright.
心者の私が触ってい
Give
て
me
も
1
結構
second,
僕は
dudes. I'm
上手
switching
だ
over to
と
YouTube.
感じることができます。
So even
Switching over to YouTube, dudes. Hold on. Hold on. I'm switching over to YouTube right now. The stream is coming up in 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Somebody count down 30 seconds, bro. Time me. Time me. Let me see how good I am. 30 seconds. It's coming up. It's coming up right now, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on, Obi-Wan. Come on, Obi-Wan. 20 more seconds. There it is. There it is. I just need to get it live. I just need to get it live. I just need to get it live. It's there. We there. We there. Push the audio. Told you, bro. All right, let me make it big. Let me make it big
So
for
I
you,
think we're
dudes.
going to dive into some gameplay, but Mr. Hoshino already
Oh, they're gonna
covered
show
some of the
Pokken
differences
Tournament
between,
gameplay.
the original Pokken Tournament and this new Pokken Tournament Deluxe version for Nintendo Switch.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。バンダイナムコスタジオの星野です。
I'm Hoshino from Bandai Namco Studios.
Okay, hold on.
はい、そうですね。スイッチはです。スイッチ版で
Bandai Namco.
新たにジュナイパーというポケモンを買いまして、全部で21
Come here,
の
Samuel.
ポケモンを使うことができます。
So in Pokken Tournament Deluxe for the Switch, we actually have some new Pokemon.
Haha,
One
Sean
brand new
was
called,
counting down.
Decidueye,
I got
and
it.
for a total of 21 playable battle Pokemon.
They're gonna show
そうですね。
Pokemon.
早く画面を
Pokken
見せろっていう人もいると思うので、実際ゲームをプレイしながら皆さんに説明していきたいと思います。
So I think everyone's probably eager to see some gameplay, so I think we're going to dive right into it right now.
Let's do it, yeah. じゃあ始めましょう。
All right, they're
じゃあ
gonna show
let's get
Pokken
started.
Tournament.
一緒に始めます
I'm going to play against
DX
Suzuki here.
together. Yes, Danny.
One thing I want to
I'm gonna
mention
be playing
briefly real
all
quick,
the games
we have
with the
different
sponsors,
shirts here in the
dudes.
middle. They all look really
Am I
good.
reading both
Thank
chats or
you
the
guys.
sponsor
Appreciate
chat?
it.
I just answered your question. Try Force Trainer. I'm reading both chats.
すごくかっこいいですね、デザ
は
インが。
い、私のフェイバリットポケモンです。
Yeah. I think we're
Hey,
each wearing a favorite
now I'm cool with Pokken Tournament.
Yeah, definitely one of my
Now I'm cool with Pokken Tournament because Nintendo announced a mainline Pokemon game.
All right,
Thank
so
you,
we're gonna jump
Nintendo.
into some local
Give the
stuff.
fans what they want, Nintendo. I'm cool with Pokken now on the
Yeah, I'll
Switch.
definitely start with the
But they should have
local battle
announced the mainline Pokemon Switch game before Pokken. Then there wouldn't have been an outrage.
で私は、
Come on, Nintendo.
はい、
Get with the
スナイパーを
program,
選び
bro.
ましょ
mode. I'm
う
going to choose the new Pokemon Decidueye,
You gotta know how to please the fans, bro.
and I'll play Pikachu.
Don't get us mad, man.
はい、そしてですね、サポートポケモンも新たに、ニャビーと足場にこのセットを買いまし
Hold
た。
on.
And as you can see on screen here, we've got a new set of support Pokemon in Litten and Poplio here.
はい、なので
Okay.
サポートポケモンを選んでいきましょう。
Be
I'm gonna
careful.
choose these, for
We
this
need a
battle.
battle royale with sponsors for all games. Mario Kart, Splatoon, ARMS, Pokken. It's happening, Sean. I'm gonna give you guys more than your money's worth, dudes. That's why everybody needs to be a sponsor. Dude, you're gonna get gaming. We're gonna be gaming tonight. I'm gonna be out late, so we won't be playing until late tonight, probably around 10 o'clock tonight. I get on and do a couple matches tonight
So for
at
people
10
who haven't
o'clock.
played before, Pokken Tournament actually has 2 phases in which the fighting takes place. It starts
What
with the
is your
field phase, and
headphones?
There's also another phase called the dual phase.
まず最初にですね、自分が
HyperX
一緒に連れていくこのサポートポケモンの選択になりま
And at
す。
the beginning of the battle, you
HyperX.
choose your support Pokemon that'll help you out in
These
battle.
headphones
今回
are
ですね、
beasts,
一番なんで
dudes.
ボ
I like
ボ
them.
タンで、
They're only 60
So
bucks
you
too,
can also
man.
choose, press the
They're
button to
only
choose these for
60
the
bucks
switch
and they were
button.
ま
good.
ずフィールドフェーズですが、こうやって自由に動き回ることができま
And then the
す。
field phase here, you can
Let's
run
go.
around the field, the battlefield.
Oh, everyone thinks 10 o'clock is late. It's later than when I usually start my streams. I usually start my streams
And by
around 8, 9 o'clock. So it's going to be about an hour later.
And by executing
Oh, we're watching Decidueye.
you'll leave the field.
I wanna see
phase with what's
Decidueye's
called dual phase. It's more of a
movesets,
traditional
dude.
fighting game, kind of side by side view.
はい、じゃあジュナイパーならではのこの技ですね。影抜いて技
Oh, has like an arrow.
使いなくすることができます。
The
Come on,
move I just
Decidueye.
pulled up there with Decidueye, it actually prevents the opponent. It's kind of a debuff that makes it so they can't use their support Pokemon.
Let me see what Decidueye can do.
先ほど変わりました通り、ポケモン
Oh, I didn't see. Was Decidueye a power fighter or a speed fighter?
And with in Pokken Tournament,
What was Decidueye?
Deluxe, it's very easy to execute
10
really cool
yeah.
moves with the simple
Jason,
control.
it's going to be around 10 o'clock that I come on. And I keep you guys updated on in the sponsor chat when I'm going to be live.
Just
But it's
pushing
gonna be
direction
probably around
forward
10
on the-
o'clock.
The D-pad and also hitting the A button, you're able to execute awesome-looking moves like you just showed on screen.
Let's go.
はい、そしてサポートポケモンをが
You think they will support this game more
使いましょう。
And then you have a
with
support
additional
Pokemon gauge. Once
Pokemon
that's
to be
filled, you can
added?
use the support
I don't know.
Pokemon
We got a
to
pretty good
use
roster
the
now
support Pokemon.
because they added 5 more characters. So,
Bring up Poplio,
はい
oh, Poplio is a support now.
and with Poplio's kind of buff there, you're able to jump twice. We ran out of time, it looks like.
タイムがちょっとなかったですね。はい。
説明長い
That's cool. Poplio is a buff
Taking too
now.
long to explain this.
いやでもですね、ちょっtoじゃあ本気で戦いたいって言いましょうか
Oh,
ね。
that's 7 for you, Jason. Cool, dude. Cool, dude.
丁寧に行き過ぎたの
はい。
Took too much time to explain it there.
That's cool, dude. Let me put the schedule. All I'm doing right now, all I'm doing right now is just watching the Treehouse. And I don't know how long I'll be on streaming, so
Double jump,
we'll see.
It really changes the strategy because you can kind of adjust your timing when you land on the ground or also when you execute an airborne move.
Let me adjust the text.
はい。ジュナイパーですね、こうやって空中でこうやってとどまることができるんです。
Nintendo
Decidueye,
Treehouse.
as you can see, it kind of floats in the air
Day
there, really kind of delay its movement. and nothing
What it
attacks the air.
do? Hold on.
さあ、そしてポッケン的に
Oh, my cap locks messed
バー
up.
スト共鳴ゲージが溜まると共鳴バースト状態になってきます。
And then you can see
Nintendo
there's this burst gauge
Treehouse
kind of lighting up right here.
Day
There's these,
2.
syner-
I'm
there's
trying
a
to put my
synergy
title
system
in,
Pokken
dude.
Tournament game. When it's filled up,
Chill
you
out,
use
boys.
a synergy
Chill out,
attack.
boys. There we go.
That's
That's what
So
we're
I'm
doing
gonna
right
try
now.
to do a synergy burst attack with Pikachu,
Let's go. Let's go.
and you can really power up. When
Oh, and
trying
did
to
they say
synergy
that the
burst mode.
resolution is going to be 1080p in this one?
でこの最中
I forget, dude. Dude, if you're just now tuning in, make sure you click that subscribe button. Let me get rid of my fireworks.
Didn't work out though.
I don't need the
なんか
fireworks.
防いでる人がいる
Oh, I got fire.
There's something blocking here. Not letting it show the cool move on screen.
Need to make the main mode shorter. Yeah, yeah. I did beat the single player,
はい
but I probably won't be playing much of the single
はい、こ
player.
うやってジャンプで相手の攻撃をかわしたりとか、そ
Double
んなこ
jump
とができた
now.
りしますね。
Easy to evade the opponent's attacks this way.
Decidueye looks like is she gonna be she's probably a normal fighter. What's up, Immortal Rooster? I see you, dude.
And I love switching back and forth between the phase shifts. It basically just makes the battle so dynamic. It's always changing because the characters actually play differently in each.
Yeah, they
each
do.
battle.
The
やっぱ
characters
フ
play
ェーズその
differently.
フェーズごとにその遊び方っていうのはやっぱポケモンによって違うんですよね。
そうなんですよ。はい。
Chimo! Themo, just sub! Thanks for subbing,
Yeah, so there's actually
Themo!
a wide variety of Pokemon. Some are better in the field phase, some are better in the dual
Thanks
phase.
for
You really
subbing,
have to
boy.
Mix them up.
はい。じゃあ
Battle
そうですね
again. Let's see
じゃあ
some more
第二戦
Pokken.
どうですか
All right, let's move on to the. I guess we'll do a second battle here. 'cause
Pokken!
私やりましょうか
はい
はい、
Pokken
actually, for
tournament.
that,
じゃあ私と須崎さんで
it's going to be a battle between
はい
Ishihara and Suzaki.
ただですね、
What's up,
今回
Trouble
の
Boy?
一番はですね、 まあ
They need
こ
to
こにあ
make
り
the
ます
main
よ
mode
うに
shorter, yeah.
一人でこうやって携帯モードでまあプレイする。
We might eventually
For the
get
Switch,
all
you
the
can play like this.
Wii U
It is
games
support
ported
mode.
to the Switch.
でそれ
Watch.
で、今度
Over
例えば
time.
僕が須崎さんと対戦したいということになったときに、ジョイコンをこう
More
抜いて
people need to play a lot of the
須
Switch
崎さんに
games,
渡
man.
して
The Switch had some gems, dude. Super Mario 3D World, good game.
そしてまあ、これで
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker,
And if we're out and
great
about,
game.
we can actually just kind of split the
Donkey
controllers
Kong
from the
Country
Switch and
Tropical
go over to each
Freeze,
other and battle pretty much
great
anywhere with just
game.
one Switch unit, like I'm showing
Bayonetta
right here.
DOS,
Not sure if it's going to show
great
well on
game.
screen.
All Switch exclusives
っていう
that
ふうに
not a lot of people got to
プ
play.
レイしてことができます。
Nice
つまり
hat. Thanks,
一台で
Pokemaniac
二人で
Attack
まあ
1985.
対戦ができるという
Sorry, boy.
形になります
So in this tabletop mode, you can really just take one Switch and play with pretty much anywhere you want with another player.
Awesome.
で実際私もこれ昨日のリハーサルで相当、やって感
ジョイ
覚
コン
も全く
Freaking noise.
ジョイコン
Them
の小さな中で
Joy-Cons. Xenoblade Chronicles X with Xenoblade
So we were
Chronicles 2
practicing
combo
yesterday,
like
actually.
they did with
We were playing with
Bayonetta.
these small Joy-Cons.
That'll be cool.
And actually,
I
it's
would be
really
more
easy to use
interested in
with
the
this game.
first
It's really easy to
Xenoblade
execute all
because
the
I never
commands
played
and
the
play
first
the game with the
Xenoblade,
smaller
Sean.
controller size.
I did play Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U, but I was done with my Wii when the first Xenoblade came out on it. But I would play it again if it's in HD. I can't go back to standard definition unless it's retro gaming,
So this is obviously
like
a big highlight of
Super
Pokemon
Mario
Deluxe
3.
on the Switch. I wanted to show you guys kind of a tabletop mode battle, but obviously it's going to be kind of difficult for us to see while facing the camera here, so we're going to switch back to the TV mode.
まあちょっと今日は
は
これだと我々対戦できないの
They didn't think that
で
through.
こちらのモードに戻りますけど、まあぜひこちらで遊んでいただきたいなと思
Well,
い
you
ます
could do
We're gonna go back
tabletop
to TV
mode.
mode, but I do hope everyone gives this tabletop mode a try. It's really fun.
That's the cool thing about Switch. You can play your games
く
anywhere.
ださい。はい。
I'm very excited to see Mr. Ishihara play Pokken
石原さん
Tournament
が
Deluxe here on the Treehouse
ポ
Live
ッケン
stage
ディラッ
today.
クスを実際遊ぶっていうところすごく僕はワクワクしてたので。
私 T シャツの通り、リザードンで、
Let's
So going off the
go,
character, it's on my
bro.
T-shirt here.
Charizard, Lucario. My main in this game is Braxton.
And I will play.
I use that Braxton. Throw them fireballs with Braxton with her broom. Poof, poof, poof.
And one thing you'll see is the scale of the characters. Charizard is actually going to be much larger than a lot of the other Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm
特徴で
watching.
もあると思うんですけど、やっぱこう大きいポケモンと小さいポケモンそれぞれあって、まあその大きさ
What
の
are
違い
you
っていう
playing
のは
out there?
はっきりとゲーム画面でわかるんですよ。
Oh. Charizard
大きくて
against
強い
Lucario.
あるし
And Charizard,
はい
Should I buy Breath of the Wild or ARMS?
はい
I barely
そうですね、リザー
bought
ド
my
はバータイ
Switch.
プのポケモンになっていまして
Both, dude.
中距離と
Both are
近
good
距離が
games.
得意なポケモンになってい
But you
ます
definitely
Charizard
Breath of the
is
Wild is a
really strong
must
when it comes
buy.
to the close quarters and mid quarters combat.
Breath of the Wild is an absolute must buy, dude.
はい、じゃあやりますよ。
Here we go.
できんのか
Not sure if I'm going to be able to
解
do
放
this.
者炎の街です
I wish they would have included Incineroar.
Fire punch.
Oh, that would have been cool. Incineroar, Litten's final
ポケモン
evolution.
技だけで今の炎
Yeah, Incineroar.
レアダイブで
結
すね
構なんかやってる感じが
Dude, I had all three starters in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I'm trying to
My
execute
subs
the
traded
up,
with me.
up,
地球投げってどう
I had Poplio, Litten,
ウェイト
and
up, and
Rowlet.
Oh, good job.
素晴らしい。
大ダメージですねちょっと
That's
最
a
近
ton
は
of damage too.
冬
I haven't touched my Wii U since my Switch came out.
Levitate a bit.
All these games, Pokken Tournament.
レアダイブは使うと自分の体力
Oh, get him with Charizard.
Flare Blitz move, but it also does a little bit damage to the player.
すごい強
Boom.
い感じがする。
Take him
As you
out.
can see, yeah, Charizard really kind of exemplifies its strength.
まあね、
Okay.
ね、はい。
Oh, pick Litten. Oh, that's the support. That's the support. I forgot.
Pokemon going in
Litten
around
isn't
here.
a playable character. Charizard.
はい今回ですねこのスイッチ版なんですけれども
Looks so much better than the Wii U. A lot more detail in the buildings. Further back you go.
こ
Oh, you know what? I haven't even been paying attention to that. But I'm sure that would make sense, Sean.
Yeah, so at Bandai
The Switch
Namco,
is a
really
more
focused on
powerful
making
console
it
than the Wii U,
run
so that would
really
make
smoothly on the
sense.
Switch version, of course, running at a full 60 frames per second here.
はいこの
Okay.
据え置きモードもちろんテーブルモードでも
Let's go all-in Pokemon. Blaziken is my favorite.
And that also
Oh, yeah?
applies to
You're a
tabletop.
Blaziken
Even if you're
player?
taking out of the dock, it's still gonna be
I
running
rock
at 60
with
frames
that.
when you're battling against
Del Fox. Del Fox is the best. What's up, Anthony?
Their sucks on his
Anything you missed? Nah, Anthony.
石原さんに
They're just showing Pokken on the Switch.
Switch with the burst attack.
Nothing else.
さあニャビを使いましたニャビは一つ
Litten.
そして石原選手こ
Uh,
れバーストアタックが
And then
入る
it's a
か
kind of a late move from Ishihara.
Charizard.
Oh, it didn't land.
Charizard.
いや
Didn't work out.
ちょっと
I use that Garchomp too.
That was too bad.
In this game, I play with Blake, Braxton, and Garchomp. Garchomp is pretty decent if you know how to use it. Lit is lit. I say you, Mitch.
まだもう1ラウンドあります。
頑張ります。
これ最初のラウンドはい。
Hitmonlee or Chan would be
Whoever wins
perfect.
this last
I don't
round
even know those
versus the
Pokemon.
match.
Dude, I'm not a real Pokemon aficionado.
Sudden death.
I've only played 2 Pokemon games. Pokemon X and Pokemon Moon. Those are the only 2 Pokemon games I got.
結構たまります。
Just saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
using these moves with Charizard.
I gotta look them up.
Goes up really
Sean,
quickly.
I gotta look them up.
さあ
違うか。
To me, Charizard isn't that good in this game.
さあ
But I guess any character is good if you know how to use them.
Synergy
さあ
burst.
これは
Doing
Oh,
a
they're
burst
from the
attack.
original 150. Cool, Chase
Got it.
trailer.
And it hit.
Cool,
バースト
dude.
アタック決まるかなこれは。
Might be the end
Boom.
of the match, and there it is.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, they even have the gloves. Thanks, Colossus,
Searing blade.
for bringing them up.
Burst,
Yeah.
special synergy burst attack.
Okay.
from Charizard.
Quite an
Oh, yeah, they are perfect arms characters, dude. Skywalker, thanks for subscribing.
はい、
Yeah, those are perfect arms characters,
強い感じ
dude.
がしてね、楽しいゲームだなって本当思います。
Oh yeah, it was a lot of
But
fun.
I
I really
did play.
got the
Okay.
feeling that I'm good at
Yeah, I'm
this
gonna
game,
I'm gonna
even
get this
though
on the Switch.
Perhaps that's not the case.
Bobby,
Sweet.
that means you haven't played it, dude.
Well, I want to fight Terry.
Yeah.
I think it's time for
Ah, じゃあ
our
これちょっ
turn.
とエリックとテリーが対戦する時間になると思うんですけれども。
No, no, what do you want?
All right, let's hand the controllers over to you
Oh,
guys.
no, no, I can't play right now. I'll play
That
later,
is
okay?
one cool thing about this game is
He
you
wants to
can
play
jump into
Splatoon
it
with
without
me.
having
I'll play later, all right, guy?
I'm not going to say I'm a great player.
I was just
in this
playing
game,
arms with them
but
right before the
skill ceiling
stream.
is also very
We're on the
high.
same
Yeah.
team
You
taking
can
out the
get really
computer.
good at
We're
this
just
game,
playing
and you'll
arms.
actually see that
Bolt
in a bit from some,
3887, thanks for
some better
subscribing.
players than us.
Oh.
But
So
for
Ishihara-san
now,
も
let's
They're
jump
based
into
on
it.
Bruce
結構
Lee.
アクションゲーム苦手な人も
Oh, I get it
それと
now.
同時に
Based
か
on
なり
Bruce Lee and
奥も深い
Jackie
の
Chan.
この後多分皆さん見られると思うんですけどもすごい
Got it.
スキルのまあ高いプレイヤーの
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Colossus. Scooby-Doo just subscribed. Scooby-Doo. Thanks for subscribing, Scooby-Doo.
Let's try this again.
I'm so crazy.
LR
All right.
on P2 control.
あちょっと大丈夫かな。はい。はい。
Oh, I think we're having
Let's
a,
go.
we're gonna reconnect the controller really
Controller
quickly.
problem here.
Uh-oh, controller desyncing.
Pulled out.
So as we're working on that, can you guys tell us about? So obviously we're playing locally here, but
Okay, okay.
can you tell us about the online?
Ah.
Yeah, online. Tell us about online.
まあオンラインの部分でも今回スイッチで何か変わったことありますか？
あ、そうですね。今回は
Tell us about that online, bro.
プレイ機能っていうのを追加しました。
Scooby-Doo isn't
So
Yoda.
yeah, and the online functionality.
He
we actually
reads
added
it, but
a new mode
barely.
called group
Scooby-Doo
matches,
isn't
and
Yoda.
Also, a really in-depth replay functionality.
That was close enough, boy.
Boom.
That was Yoda slash
最大
Scooby-Doo,
100
boy.
人までのグループをユーザーが作ることができて、その中で自由に気軽に対戦したり、ランキングを競ったりすることができます。
Hey,
最大100人。
hey.
100人
Yeah.
です
So yeah, in the group matches, you can
Hey.
actually form
Hey.
groups of up to 100 players, in which you
Reveal
guys can just
something
freely
about
set up
Smash.
the conditions
Me
of the
too,
matches and
Anthony.
just play with each
I
other.
take some Smash, dude.
また
But I don't think they're gonna
プレイの方
reveal
は
anything, man.
友達との対戦を見
Yoda trying to
あとは
wait
強い
lift.
人の対戦を見たり
Zack
することができるようになります
And with the replay,
Hating
mode,
on my
it's really
Scooby-Doo
in-depth. You
imp-
can kind of see the
skills.
replays of your friends' matches and also really high-level players.
Hey, I'll be back
Kinda
in 1
watching
minute,
how they
dudes.
play.
Exactly. And that really
1
helps
minute.
for
Somebody
a
count
local
down
person
1
to
minute.
play
I'll be
and
right
watch
back.
what they've done before and to really learn and kind of go back to the lab and research on their
Yeah.
own moves.
そうですね、高いスキルを持っているプレイヤーのこのリプレイを見てやっぱこう勉強するっていうのもやっぱできますよね。
そうですね。あとまあその高いスキルの人とかまあ遊び方がいろいろあるので、そこがまあグループマッチっていうものでいろいろ住み分けて遊んでいただければなというふうに考えています。
So yeah, and then you can also go into the group matches and kind of watch all these different play styles that people have in this, condensed group.
There we go. On this little support here.
Sport versus sport.
石原さんこの
We here and we
ス
ain't
イッ
going
チタイト
nowhere.
ル最初の
The
特典
chat
という
is
ことに
counting down.
どうでしょうか
I see the chat
So,
counting
Mr. Ishihara, I
down.
just want to ask you, like, how do you feel having Pokken Tournament Deluxe be the first Pokemon
The
game
chat
on the Switch?
count down. I beat you dudes.
まあポッケンってまあそもそも言い出し
Everyone wishing that. Just imagine if they suddenly reverse
So with,
smash in their
Pokken, with
treehouse.
Pokken Tournament, actually,
We'll
I
get
was the one
following
who
that when
brought
people
up the
find
idea
out.
of the game.
Yeah, dude. But I don't know that. I think because ARMS is about to come out, Smash would take ARMS thunder.
で原田さん
So, I
が
don't
お
know.
話をしたのが最初だったんです。
100 players, crazy.
So yeah,
Ha.
at the beginning, we actually went over
Two.
to Bandai Namco. We said we want
What's
to
up,
make a
Fox?
Pokemon fighting game.
What's
we were talking
up,
to Mr.
dude?
Harada of kind of tech.
I see a Fox.
And that was how this project really began.
そしたら
Fox is in the
バンダイナムコの中で
building.
最もポケモンに詳しい人間が出て
Star Fox, Fox
And then,
McCloud.
you know, after we had
So
that discussion,
annoying
there
has
was
just
a person at Bandai
subscribed.
Namco who just knows about Pokemon.
Thanks for
who is better
subbing,
than anyone.
dude.
それが星野さんだ。
And that's Mr. Hoshino right here.
星野さんはね、
Mewtwo
ポケモンのあらゆるゲームに精通してるんですね。
And Mr.
Mewtwo
Hoshino, really
used to
isn't
be
just for the
broken
fighting
in
game,
this
he
game,
knows
dude.
Everything about pretty much all of the Pokemon.
Mewtwo had like an
だから
endless
カードゲームも
combo in this
もちろん
game that they had to
も
patch.
ちろんビデオゲーム。
So he plays all the video games, the
Haha.
trading card game. He's very good
Okay,
at
I
all
see
of
your
them.
Fox.
私より詳しい。
So he probably knows more
I
about
see you.
Pokemon than even I do.
What's up, Dalton Hall? I see you, dude.
And also,
ポケモン GO は今レベルいくつ？
Huh?
レベル今34なんですけど
level 34 in Pokemon Go. I have to play
Later,
Jump
later,
Magikarp. Magikarp Jump.
マジカープジャンプってね、跳ねるコイキングね。私ランクは52まで行っていて、でみんながすごいすごいって自慢して
Still
た。
got your Shadow Mewtwo card.
星野さんに
Cool,
ランク聞い
dude.
たら今いくつ？
Oh, so you were one of the. You got a launch day.
ちょっとね
Wasn't that like a launch
あな
day
たバカですか
bonus?
っていうぐらい
The Mewtwo card?
やり込んで
So especially with Magikarp Jump, I mean, I was level 50 and I was kind of
Oh,
about how
man.
high I got, but I asked Mr.
Machamp,
like, oh, so how
you
well
gotta
are
keep
doing in this
Machamp
game?
away from
He said
you,
he was already
dude.
on his
Once he gets in
120th,
close,
I
he
guess,
grabs you.
100th
Boom, boom,
level
boom,
of
boom.
Magikarp,
That's
so
it.
I don't know.
You
I think
toast,
he's
bro.
just kind of crazy about Pokemon games.
だからまあそういう
You gotta keep Machamp
ポケモン
away from you,
エンス
dude.
ジェストのね、星野さんと須崎さんに任せれば絶対ゲームができると。
そう
まあ確信します。
So I really
Flavio.
believe that if we were to put this
Arana,
project in the
thanks for
hands of
subbing.
Hoshino and
Flavio.
Suzuki here, they'd create an awesome game.
Flavio.
はい私のポケモン
Thanks for
こ
subbing.
こにいるディレクターの人たちによってこのゲームに落とし込んでもらった形になります
So with Mr. Suzuki as the director at the helm of the project, he was able to
I
take
heard
my
it first.
deep love for Pokemon and really turn it into an
Hardcore
awesome
few
game.
copies. Cool, dude.
Definitely
I got
take
mine
the Pokemon
digital,
franchise
dude.
and bring it on
I got
to
all my
the
Wii U games digital, so I didn't
that
get any of that
first
bonus
action,
stuff.
Instant action. People, Pokemon fans, they love that. And this is one thing that, even for myself, this is one thing I want to see.
自分もポケモンファンなんですけども、やっぱこう直感的なこのアクションっていうのは格闘ゲームというかアクションゲームでっていう形でポケモンを操作できるというのは非常にやっぱり素晴らしいことですよ。
Well, mini me. That's cool, Taylor.
はいそうです
That's
ね
cool, dude.
あとですね
Yeah, my kids play all my games, man. Most of my
この後
games.
にちょっと見せようかなと思うんですけどもオフラインのモードもですね結構充実してるんで
Pretty much all of
ちょ
them.
っとオフラインで今回加えたとことか
はい。So actually, just going to have Mr. Suzuki really talk about some of the other features we've added to the offline mode, which is pretty much the single player content.
はい、オフラインには今回チームバトルというものを入れました。
It's not necessarily single player
That's
content. We have this new
I'm
mode called
trying
team
to-
battles, actually.
Him to
こ
be
れ
a
は
Pokemon
3匹
train.
のポケモンで
Training him to be a Pokemon
3対3
master.
のバトルをするの
Good,
で
dude. Trade him
With,
good,
the team
dude.
battles, each player
Yeah.
chooses 3 Pokemon.
Let him be the
and they
very
battle
best.
against each
The
other. They
best
have one
that
match,
ever
kind of a
was.
3-on-3.
Thanks for subbing. Didn't say your name, but thanks for subbing.
もっとたくさんのポケモンを使いたいっていうお話がありましたので、それを
Let's
まあ
go, bro.
ゲームになんかチームバトルっていうものをアレンジして落とし込んだ形になります。
And so we heard from fans they really wanted to use the Pokemon a lot more, use more of them in a match, and so we kind of tried to answer that with this 3-on-3 match that lets you choose
Just
multiple
wait.
Pokemon.
はいそうですね今この対戦画面見てもらった通りはい今までにないですねこのリアルな表現のポケモンを
Be his Professor Oak
はい
as
頑張り
your
ます
Ash.
And one of the other things we focused on was just kind of portray
That's
the
right.
Pokemon in a more
Train 'em,
realistic
dude.
sense that you really haven't seen in a lot of the other games.
はいでスイッチでもこのリアルなこのポケモンたちのこの60フレームの躍動感っていうのを重視しています
Really focused on making the action just look really dynamic and smooth. That's what we went with, 60 frames per second, even on on the Nintendo Switch here.
はいそうですねあとスネーキは何かこのポッケンで重視してる
Blaine Weimer, thanks for subbing.
Mr. Suzuki, is there anything
Boy.
that you really focused on? You had something in mind when you were making
Thanks
this
for
game?
subbing. Boy,
そうですね。まあ、僕もそのガチ
Pokken, Blaziken. Who in the sponsor chat just said that Blaziken was their favorite? I
So
think
we
it was
wanted to make
Trailer.
this less of a really hardcore only fighting game. So
You wanna
that's why we
see
focused
that?
on making the
Is
action
there-
just look really cool. So
Puka,
even if
Puka,
it's
thanks for
you don't really
subbing.
know about fighting
Did
games,
they
you
add
just
a 3
really enjoy
versus
watching
3
the game.
mode in this game?
そうですか、僕結構ガチだと思いますけど。
I don't know. I got the impression
Colossus,
it was
did I miss that
hardcore fighting game.
announcement? There's 3 versus 3? No way.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, it was you,
勝
Trailer.
ちましたねはい
Oscar
今
Melton, thanks for
ステージ
subscribing.
なんですけ
Oscar
れども
Melton has
はい
just
レジ
subscribed.
になりましてはいレジシリーズですレジギガスレジアイ
Yes?
We were just in a-
Oh, I
in a
wanna
stage
see
here
that
with the
now,
Reggie
dudes.
runes, kind of focus on all the different Reggie
Oh, I wanna
guys,
see
the
that now.
other Reggie Pokemon.
はい
Wow.
はいこれも結構ハイゲームですよこのリアルにはい
Oh, nice.
結構
That'd be
やってますし
cool,
ハイゲー
bro.
ム実はですね結構いろんなポケ
Three
モンが
versus
隠れてるんですね
And one of the cool things
That's
with the
hype,
stage
bro.
is we've really threw in a lot
I
of
need to raise
kind of
my
cool
chair.
references and
But
other
this is how
Pokemon
it
that was
goes.
kind of in the background there hiding out.
はいそうですねこの背景のポケモンを探したりするのも面白いかもしれません
Same
So it
time.
might be a lot of fun for
I turn
Pokemon
between
fans
the
to
three
kind of
people. So it's
peek
still.
around and find out what's in there.
Nice.
Oh, between the three people. So it's still.
場所は
Oh, okay, it's a
メガバ
team
シャムになっ
match.
ていますが
So
That's
Blaziken
ass.
just actually evolved into a did Mega.
All right,
Evolution.
Anthony. See you,
2人
dude.
うまいですね実は
You guys are good.
We're trying our best.
Boom, boom, boom.
なんか司会者の役割果たし
Boom,
てない
boom, boom.
Not really talking too much, even though you're MCs in this corner.
Let's go.
We're in the heat of battle.
In the zone,
もう
yeah.
ちょっとバトルに集中してます。
Let's see. Okay, Fox, you got out of work. It be like that, dude.
はい
Terry's win.
That was
Oh,
my
Terry's
That'll be cool for the sponsors. Trailer, we're definitely doing that, dude. We're gonna do it,
そう
man.
ですね
Three versus three. We'll just do random teams. Mix it up. We're gonna be playing, dude.
Give that team battle,
Jonathan
Leon
Figueroa,
Figueroa,
thanks for
just
subbing.
explain to try.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, dude.
Really excited
We're
for
gonna do
this
it.
mode.
I'm gonna be playing every multiplayer game that comes to the Switch. I'm gonna be playing with the sponsors, dude. Almost every game. Minecraft. Not Minecraft. I'm not a Minecraft fan, so. Dodge Dog. Thanks for subbing, dude.
非常に楽しみなモードですよね。やっぱ今まで本当に
Thanks for subbing, dude.
まあ選ぶ必要があったんですけど、選
Thanks
びづらいっていうのがあったので、
for
まあ今回も最大3
Rubber
匹、
Dub
まあ
subbing.
3匹を選んで
Subbing.
戦うので、
Subbing.
まあ好きなだけ好きな
All right,
だけ
Bobby. Chill out, bro.
そうですねじゃあ
Next time it's gonna be a band, Bobby.
今 T シャツに着てるこのゲンガーを使っていきましょうかね
So you
Let's
playing on
go.
my T-shirt, I'm going to choose Gengar here.
If the servers work
Nice.
like they did last night,
I
bro,
Guess I'll have to
Nintendo
get a
better
7
tighten up with that
here.
online, bro. Nintendo gotta tighten up with that online, bro.
はいスイッチでね
Burn
あ
on Nintendo.
中心でやってますね
And this is a kind of a new feature
Let's
to the
go.
Switch. Depending on which button you press and your opponent can't see this, you can choose the order in which the Pokemon appear.
Exactly.
Or go into battle.
Yeah, I just never got into Minecraft.
相手に分からないようにボタンで選択するようになっている。
How's
So,
Arms?
yeah, you
Arms
choose- you
is
press one of the
good,
buttons, and
dude.
obviously your opponent doesn't see that, so
We'll
that
reveal more
decides
games for the
which Pokemon
Switch
goes
in
out
this
first.
E3.
It's kind of a guessing game.
I don't know the
Nice kind of
Seba.
poker type
They might
style where
reveal
you
smaller
see
games,
you
dude.
know what the
But I think
opponent's
their
choosing for the
biggest
first seed on.
announcements already been done.
まあポーカーみたいな感じでこの相手の読み合いっていう、
そうですね。
まあやる必要があるということですよね。
はい
It's just spam. It'd be like that, Christian. Maguire. It'd be like that, bro.
So yeah, there's definitely that kind of element of trying to read your.
All right,
opponent,
show
kind
us
of
another
back
game.
and
That's
forth,
enough
and we
Pokken
definitely have a lot
tournament.
of that in this game.
That's enough Pokken tournament.
さあじゃあこのフィルムスタジアムを選んでいきましょう
To the Ferrum Stadium.
Let's go. Let's go. Go, go,
さ
go,
あ
go,
3対
go,
3のバト
go.
ルです
はい、ここで初めてどのポケモンを最初に選んだかが分かります。
はい
Waiting for news
はい
on
銀が出ましたけど
flipping
最近
death.
先発はですね
What is
ダークアイ
flipping
を選びまし
death?
Okay, you chose
What is
Darkrai
that?
as my first here.
I've never heard of
たはい
that
これはです
before.
ねガチで対戦していきますのでよろしくお願いしますね
All right, so this is actually going to be a real serious battle. So we're going to focus on this.
Thanks, Sean.
すごい楽しい
I need something to blow my nose, man.
ダークアイですね
I think I have allergies, dude.
設置をしていく形で
Thanks,
こうやって
Fox.
設置していってこう来て
Hold on, I'm gonna go get something to
As
blow
you
my
can see with,
nose.
Darkrai, you can actually kind
I'll
of
be back
split and set
in
one of your kind of
30
shadows
seconds. Oh, it's an
and
indie
then
game.
attack you.
I have to look that up,
Unique
dude.
fighting
I'll be
style.
back.
あいたたたた
And I love all the effects with Darkrai. You can definitely see that dark type Pokemon.
もうやっぱダークライトにすごい悪タイプポケモンらしいこうかっこいいエフェクトと演出があるみたいですね。
はいこれでダーク4という技を使うですねさっき鏡面バストって言いましたけどそれ以外のダークアイだけの特別な強いモードになることができるんですね
So actually, Darkrai, other than Synergyverse, it has its own special kind of mode where it can power up and use these very powerful moves.
はいとても強いモードになっていますとても強いモードだったんですけど負けてしまいました
I beat you
Powered up, that was
again,
really
chat.
strong, but I still lost.
What's up?
そして負けて
Bobby's
ですね
second
自分の
account.
ポケモンを選ぶことができ
Flipping
ます
death.
And then once you've lost, you get to
I have to
choose
check
the
it
next
out,
Pokemon
dude.
that goes out.
Is it a platformer?
フェイバリットポケモンでいこうかな
We'll use my favorite Pokemon here.
I have to check that game out, dude. Oh, my thing is stuck on the wheel.
さあここで応援が発動して
I'll check it out, dude.
ラウンド2です
Right, second round here.
So I did notice that Suikun actually
Yeah,
has
that's enough Pokken.
remaining from the previous match.
Alright.
あ
吹雪が痛いです
今
よ
気づいたんですけども、スイ君の体力
That's enough Pokken.
ラウンドの
Switch it to something else.
ちょっとだけ回復してるんですよ実は。
ちょっとだけ回復
So there
はい
is a slight recovery between rounds, but yeah, it stays the.
あと共鳴ゲージはできます。
Gengar is so
And then,
annoying to
the,
play in this
synergy
game.
gauge actually carries over between
そうなん
rounds.
ですね。だから
If you enjoy games. They made Stick It to the Man. Oh, okay. Now I've heard of Stick It to the Man. Yeah.
ちょっとこれは
Let's go.
厳しい状態になってきました。
I'm getting beaten pretty badly here.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's go Gengar.
レッツゴーゲンガー。
Gengar 頑張れ。
Got him with the grab.
ゲンガー表面ゲージを。は
Boom,
Got my
boom.
synergy gauge up with Gengar here.
い。はい。じゃあ
Gengar wins. Arms comes out Friday.
次のポケモンを選ぶのもこのラウンド間でできる
Arms comes out
チームバトルの
Friday.
And as you can see, the button
Bang,
pops
bang.
there. That's one of the unique
Hey,
traits of the
hey,
team battle. You're able to
Friday.
choose the next Pokemon that comes out without your
Bang,
opponent
bang.
knowing.
ゲージの状況とか相手のポケモンを選べて、選ぶことができます。
So yeah, you kind of just maybe look at what your opponent still has, how much HP they have.
Oh,
what
this
synergy
is the
gauge
3
like, and
versus
kinda choose
3?
which Pokemon you bring out.
Oh, so once
Right,
someone
because
dies,
some
the next
Pokemon
opponent
might
comes
be more
in.
effective against others, so you
At the
need to,
Nindy. Oh,
to make
got
sure
you.
you're choosing tactically.
Got you,
まあそうですね、
Jason.
ポケモンの相性というかその
Gotcha,
強い弱いっていうのは多分あると思うので、まあそういう戦略を考えながらっていう感じ
Team
で
of 3 in between matches decide on a different Pokemon. Oh.
Right.
So it looks like
Got
we
it.
got one of the newer Pokemon for Nintendo, the Pokken tournament Switch.
ああ、
So
今
we
回
have
新たに
Krogunk
加わったポケモンですよね、出てきたのが。あ、そう
はい。
ですね。
グレッグですね。
グレグルってサポートポケモンじゃなかったっけ
Did I see the hideous Splatoon Switch headset? Thomas Carter.
出世したの
Yes, dude. Just so many
I guess
wires,
it,
dude.
it definitely got promoted from a support Pokemon.
Gotta catch, practice catching it. Be ready, bro.
結構こうやっ
Let's
て
go,
逃げ回る
Fox.
という
Think about
I'm
Krogunk.
all right in Pokken tournament.
Run around.
I win more than I lose, though. But I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the
小さいので
greatest.
やっぱこうあ
I hold my own, bro. I hold my own, bro.
こうやって結構逃げ回っちゃう感じですね。
So you're able to just run around, kind of a pesky Pokemon.
これは結構きついな。
I'm not gonna. Not sure I'm gonna win this.
さあもう表面入っていくしかないか。
Let's go. To 6 versus 6. True Pokemon battle. 6v6.
Well,
6 versus 6.
this is Gengar synergy. Burst
Oh,
attack.
yeah, his synergy burst.
wow.
Gengar's synergy burst is OP, man. Gengar has the best synergy attack in this
All right, now
game.
I'm in the lead here.
はい、
はは
最後はエンペルトで決
I'm
ま
gonna
る。
come out with Empoleon.
Let's
はい
go.
エンペルトはですね、ポケモン技が、ポケ
Let's
モンからポケモン技につながる
go,
ポケモンになっています。はい
Let's
ポ
go.
ケモン技からポケモン技につながるっていう感じです。
Yeah, I agree, Bobby. We've seen enough of
We're gonna
this.
use Empoleon.
Just
uses a
like
variety of,
Smash with
Pokemon
8-player Smash. Dude, 8-player Smash is too hectic, man. You can barely keep track of your character, man. There's so much going on.
Like for example, the HMs that you would see in the traditional games, Empoleon knows a lot of those. Kind of
Empoleon
さあ、あっという間に負けてしまいましたが、これで私も
with
最
a
後の
bow
ポケモンになり
tie,
ますね
bow
All
tie
right, now it's
like a
last.
boss.
This is gonna be the final round here. I've run out of Pokemon.
Bro, I started Pokemon
Sizzle
from
here.
8 9, so I think I will have the advantage. Best watch out. Okay, well, you got it on me, dude. I never was a real big Pokemon fan, so not until my 3DS, dude. So,
ハッサルは追記の
you'll have more Pokemon knowledge. But that's different from stick skills, bro. That's different from the stick skills, bro.
These swords behind it, as you can see that.
I could be an add to the
So
but
many
I lose myself to
inventive
easy. Yeah. That's why I mean I play it. I don't mind. But it is a little crazy.
遊び方が全然違うっていう印象が
It is a little cray cray.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Who do you think it would be hype for an 8-player Smash online?
結構リードした。
Yes, Fox.
I'm in the lead.
That would be so cool, bro. It can happen. We have 12 carts racing at one time in Mario Kart.
あ、しまった。
The Empoleon.
That would be cool.
I think I got beat there.
Would be insane,
エンペルト
intense,
の表面
but it would be cool.
つかみ攻撃になってるんで、ガードしてても、はい
You want to see more Rocket League on the Switch,
Actually a
Lucas?
grab move, so if you're blocking,
I've never been a Rocket League
landing.
fan.
自分まだ溜まってな
Pokemon
い
Game
か
Boy.
決まりました
You got them Game Boy skills. Okay, dude. We'll see. Pokemon. What was the first Pokemon on the
All right,
Game
well,
Boy.
I think that is actually enough.
Was it red and blue?
That's all
I
we
forget.
have time for.
Oh, all
we
right.
just saw some play, but we're actually going to jump down to the show floor, and you're going to see the Pokken Tournament Deluxe Invitational for 2017.
Oh, so now we're going to watch the
we're gonna see
Pokken
some
Tournament.
top-level play. It's going to be awesome. Then we'll be back after that with Yoshi, so please stick around.
Oh, I want to see the Yoshi game. That Yoshi game is looking good. Okay, so next we're gonna watch the Pokken Tournament Invitation. Pokken Tournament, and then the invitation. The Yoshi. I want to see that dude. I felt so bad for that Yoshi game. Yeah.
So it's always gonna be YouTuber versus YouTuber.
All right. Tell I said y'all could put 2 players.
E3 and welcome
But
to
dude,
the 2017 Pokken Tournament.
when the Yoshi game was being shown yesterday, everybody was still hyped about Metroid. Nobody was paying attention to Yoshi. But the Yoshi game looked good. Chancellor. Oh, it was red and blue? Good. Okay, thanks, Danny. What's up, Daddy? Dude, and I should be friends with all of the sponsors. Make sure that we're friends on the Switch. I think we are.
Gameplay mechanics that our Twitch personalities obviously have mastered, but our YouTube personalities might try to grasp. What are they focusing in on?
So what you want to focus on are the different phases of the game. For those of you who are starting out for Pokken Tournament, please be aware what field phase and duel phase is. As we see our contestants battle it out for Pokken Tournament Deluxe, you guys will see the different changes and how the battling will continue between field phase and duel phase.
And D1, there are some differences in this version, obviously. There's a reason why you call it Deluxe. What are we expected to see from the Pokken Tournament edition that we were familiar with on Wii U? What are the differences with this Deluxe edition?
True, there are definitely a lot of people thinking,
I
why
gotta
should I pick up the Switch version
tell the
of
kids they
game
gotta
if it
take
came out
turns
on
with
Wii U?
Splatoon.
Well, let me tell you something. There's Krogunk, Darkrai, Scizor, and Empoleon, characters that were available in arcade in Japan, are now finally coming stateside. And not only that,
they got D1. What?
Also, there's split screen mode, which allows people to be able to play locally at home. And not only split screen, but you could also have.
Dude, I met this dude at E3 last year. D1. I met him at E3 last year. Cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Last thing I wanted to mention is that we also have 2 new support Pokemon with Litten and Poplio.
Lots of exciting new things in this Pokken
Let's
Tournament
go.
Deluxe edition that are 4 teams and 8 competitors will be taking
D1!
place. And Vicky, you look at sort of how to understand some of the core mechanics as we mentioned, and sort of
same here right after Metroid. It was bad. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the Yoshi game, Fox.
Right, so how
they
the
needed
game
to
normally
put
works
up a sample
mechanic-wise
screenshot
is
for like
all
30
about
seconds
first
as
game.
people
You
calm
wanna
down.
always be one step ahead of your opponent and understand
It was
what
Splatoon. You're right, Sean.
So, you know, you always have to
First,
be one step
yeah,
ahead
they
and
did need to
understand
like,
if you do
they needed to like
manage to win
pause.
that trade,
Okay, we need to
you
pause for
manage
the
to
hype.
get a lot out of it.
Now
Like,
go to
that
Yoshi.
do extra
They
damage.
need to give us some
Let's take
time
a
to
look
be
at our
hyped.
bracket and take you
Yeah,
through a
the
tour of
game
some of
back
the
causing
action we
issues
have
with my
going
kids.
on this
They're taking
morning.
turns.
Match 1, you're going to see, here's how things break down. Best 2 out of 3 rounds, that's
Okay.
going to win you a game.
2 out of 3.
Best 2 out of 3 games, that's going to win you a match, which means you can advance in the bracket.
Okay.
You see the matchups here. We'll have the YouTube personalities battle it out first, then the Twitch
Okay.
personalities. If
Who are
there
these
is
YouTube?
a third
Matt
game
Pat.
necessary to decide a match, then you will have the
Patrick
winner from the
Ken
YouTube
Hoang.
personalities taking on the
Nairo.
winner of the Twitch personalities to
Black
see who
Nero
advances
comedy.
in the match. So it's very
Black
exciting.
Nerd
And
comedy. They
do you
got
want to
Andre.
see, obviously, these Twitch personalities
Ah.
very seasoned at this game.
They got
particularly
Black
against these
Nerd.
YouTube personalities
Andre.
that They're still trying to grasp maybe some of the fundamentals here.
Oh, indeed. And let's not even forget about some of the pros that we have here as well. Teaming up with these Twitch and YouTube personalities. It's going to be really interesting seeing how they face off because some of the pros that we have in-house come from different fighting game communities. So I think we're going to
go.
some really interesting things here today.
Let's go.
We're ready for our first match, so please welcome to the stage Matt Pat from Game Theory and his
Matt
wife
Pat.
Stephanie Patrick as they get set to take center stage in our first matchup of
Andre is
the
funny. Yeah, he's a
morning.
cool
Please
dude.
give them
He
a
is.
warm
He is.
round of
I met him
applause.
too at E3 last year.
And now
I
it's
met
interesting
so
because
many
we
people
have
at
the
E3.
husband-wife duo going up. After they go on, our Twitch personalities, Ken and Alistair, will then battle it out. And as we mentioned, if it's necessary, a third game, you have the winner from the YouTube personalities taking on the winner of the Twitch personalities.
Let's go.
As we
Pokken
said,
Tournament.
Stephanie Patrick wife.
Audi 5000, yeah.
Throw them in the fire right off the bat here, Vicky.
Yeah, that's what he says.
I just hope whoever loses gets to compensate and do the dishes later that night because
loser does the dishes.
In D1, these personalities, they're going to select their character prior to the match, and so they're obviously going to know who's going with who. But when you look at getting a chance to get familiarized with this, what are some of those core things that people that are first getting introduced to this really need to learn to grasp?
When it comes to a Pokken tournament, first and foremost,
will Arms be just sponsors for right now, Bobby? Yeah, just being real with you, dudes. It is.
That can help also complement your character.
I gotta push the gaming. Obi-Wan Plays Gaming Championships. That's the newest initiative on the channel. Victor Bruno, thanks for subbing, Victor. Victor Bruno in the building.
How interesting is it that a lot of
thanks for subbing, dude.
Will try to find that support Pokemon that either.
So, if you want to play Arms with your boy this Friday, make sure you're a sponsor, dude.
Allow players that are really into rush.
I'm gonna have an exclusive lobby.
While other Pokemon can actually just clear a path for those people that maybe get pressured to wait too much. And here we already have it.
Oh, they're already going. They're already going at it.
Two of the new Pokemon you can catch in Pokken Tournament Deluxe on Switch.
What up? It's Kevin.
Matt Pat versus Stephanie Pat. Scizor versus Empoleon. Let's get this started off. In field phase right now. Scizor gonna unleash a couple projectiles.
Oh, right Scizor's projectiles.
Empoleon doing a fine job of blocking.
I see how they do.
Being able to master that block is critical.
Wow.
It is very critical, and as we saw right there,
Pokken Tournament is a good game now. Don't get me wrong. Solid game. Oh, he tried to grab him. He stopped the grab. Cobalt 1412, thanks for subbing.
Right there.
Matt Pat as Empoleon putting some pressure on Stephanie.
Ozzy Head, thanks for subbing.
Scizor doing a fine job of zoning out Empoleon early on here, D1.
But you already see Empoleon just using Aqua Jet to get inside. Empoleon, not quite the fastest character, but if he's able to use Aqua Jet, he has 4 different options out of it that allows him to get in.
I didn't see it.
Taking the first round over Scizor.
Empoleon with the grab to secure that one. That means Matt Pat gets the victory. If Matt wins one more round, he's victorious. And there's something about marriage advice. You can either be victorious or happy. So I'll let you think about that one, Matt, as you get set for the next round here. Now, as we get set, we saw with Scizor, Stephanie Pat really struggling for the most part to get a lot of big hits on Empoleon. Empoleon doing a fine job of blocking, Vicky.
Although Empoleon may be very slow in his own way, when he
gets in,
he does immense amount of damage, and that is exactly what we saw that
last game. Hold on, dudes.
At the moment, we're not seeing
I need to send a message.
It's a completely different game compared to the last game we were introduced to.
Full synergy gauge for both players right now, and how important is that synergy gauge, D1, as far as the timing of when you want to use it?
So with the synergy gauge, you can actually use it to get some pressure off of you if you're blocking. You can get some recovery
grab.
And also access
I like Empoleon's grab.
Empoleon with the grab, Matt Pat with the early lead, 326, 237 on the health bar.
Bro, I gotta practice with that Pokken tournament. I gotta get my practice in.
Go ahead and shift it right here. Stephanie Patrick trying to hang on and force a
Finnegan
round in this game between the two that are the husband and wife. Meanwhile, Empoleon with yet another grab.
Another grab.
Stephanie unable to negate those grabs.
That's quite unfortunate right there, but she's activating her burst mode right now.
So this is husband against wife right now.
223 to be exact. He needs to watch out with only 51 health. Oh, but unfortunately misses just by a tad bit.
Oh, she missed it.
Support Pokemon with Latia. Stephanie Pat trying to give Matt Pat a to-do list and get to the third
round. Got him.
Empoleon into the synergy burst, and Stephanie Pat with the victory.
The wife beat the husband.
Third round to decide this game between the two from Game Theory, and what we saw was Stephanie Pat getting into that synergy burst and being able to apply some pressure on Empoleon right there.
And Matt Pat did activate his synergy
what's
burst
up?
Well,
That's right, Trailer.
Able to take advantage of that opportunity too.
Third and final round in this game between Matt Pat and Stephanie Pat, our two YouTube personalities. A couple of early hits here for Empoleon. And when you look at the support Pokemon Team 1, how can they play a huge role in this third and final round?
If we're looking at Matt Pat's Pokemon,
Matt Pat got him.
You actually are able to use a move that is able to get the opponent off of you upon wake up.
Boom.
And now looking at Stephanie Patrick with the Latias, if I'm not mistaken, you're able to close.
Wow, she got him with the counter.
The Pokemon, making it really difficult for them to move around.
Got him.
So here it is.
Big Mike,
Scizor,
thanks for subbing, Big Mike.
Zone, as you can see, Empoleon is always getting inside, using Scizor using the Swords Dance. which is great for actually making it difficult for your opponents to get inside. But as you can see, it covers the sides better than the front.
Huge advantage right now for MatPat as Empoleon enters synergy gauge. This could be enough to close the match here. However,
boom, 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 boom.
Not ready to give it up.
Oh,
Gets it
got him.
into that support Pokemon right there, and now it's close. Stephanie Pat with the light advantage, but no!
KO!
Gonna go ahead and get the victory over Stephanie Pat. Impressive performance by Empoleon, and we saw Scizor, Stephanie Pat, try to get some damage late in that one, try to turn things around, but what we saw from Empoleon and MatPat the entire time, able to sort of stay in that mid-zone area.
They ran out of time?
Scizor nice and uncomfortable.
That is where Empoleon does the most
So Empoleon
damage,
won.
actually. We did mention that earlier.
I don't remember. Does anyone know when this comes out? When Pokken for the Switch comes out? What was the release date? I forgot.
Distance, but unfortunately, it just was not enough.
And you look at two Pokemon in Scizor and
Let's go.
Empoleon here, D1. Two Pokemon that typically specialize in that rush down type of play, where you really want to get up in the opponent's face and apply some pressure. But we saw
September.
Empoleon able
Okay,
to
it
keep
comes out in
Scizor at bay,
September.
and that's what made it difficult.
September. Got it.
Ice Beam right there from Empoleon is such a great zoning tool, and right afterwards, you're able to slide right in.
September
once you apply that
22nd.
little
I
bit
see
of
you
pressure
dudes in
and
the
get up
chat.
the opponent's face. Empoleon has such great tools. So
Thanks, Sean.
But we're going to go into this next match here with Alistair versus
Oh.
Alistair going with Mewtwo, Ken going with Scizor early in this one. Scizor getting the attack here on Mewtwo, applying some early pressure. Mewtwo, however, able to knock back Scizor. An early advantage
Are
right
these
now for
pros
Alistair.
playing?
A nice combo up against the wall, going to knock Scizor back. And you look at the type of player Mewtwo is. Mewtwo, once again, kind of one of those all-around players.
Yeah, Mewtwo is tough, dude.
Definitely one of the strongest characters in the game.
There's marked in my office calendar. Priorities. I feel you, Sean. I feel you, dude. That's what I need. I need to get a list of all of the major Switch release dates.
And right there, first game going to
Alistair getting the
I need
victory
to do
right
that.
there with Mewtwo. Very impressive. And listen, if you don't have a Master Ball against Mewtwo, it's going to be really tough sometimes.
To Apple
So
calendar.
very impressive performance
I
right
feel
there.
you, dude.
Can
I might have to do the
force
same
a
thing,
third
Trailer.
round, or else the victory's going to go this match.
I might have to do the same thing, bro.
This one up early on again. More pressure just being applied by Mewtwo and able to just get Scizor up against that wall, get those combos. And Vicky, it is very difficult sometimes when you get pinned up against the edge of the stage.
Yeah, it really does, because not only are you stuck against the wall, but you're limited to so much stage control that you take so much damage. Although you
Yeah, it has a nice little all-coming Switch release dates. Cool, Sean. I'll check it out.
But immediately,
I'll check it out, dude.
Taking it over Mewtwo and Scizor being two characters that really like to fight mid-range.
There you have it.
Lose,
Alistair
Scizor
making
lost.
Quick work of Ken getting the two victories right there, and so that is game, set, and match for the combination of MatPat and Alistair. They will advance in our bracket. Big round of applause for Stephanie, Patrick, and Ken.
Okay.
We'll let Stephanie and Matt go ahead and work that one out a little bit later. I'm sure they'll get a chance to practice more Pokken Tournament Deluxe. And
Nice
T1, you look at
upcoming
Mewtwo
games.
in that last match, and it was really interesting to see the combination
Let's
of projectiles
go.
to keep Scizor at bay. Scizor never
Bro.
really had an opportunity to get up close in
Hold
Mewtwo's
on.
face and apply some of those combos and pressure.
Yeah, Mewtwo has this great tool in the cycle cut where he's able to dash in and out and throw it yet again. His grab comes out quite deceptively fast as well. When you look at it, he's already in your face and you're taking damage. So I think with that zoning tool that Mewtwo has, it's very difficult sometimes for people to deal with, especially if your back's to the corner.
Mewtwo also has one of the best homing attacks in the game, so it could be really difficult to try to jump around him to probably attack him behind, because he's it's so large that it could actually be counted as an anti-air.
I had to tell him we're gonna play
you have
later.
to look out for that as well when you're trying to approach a character like Mewtwo.
Well, we saw in that match
This
between
is the
Alistair
tour- yeah,
and
this is the
Alistair
tournament.
using Mewtwo. Ken
I wanna
going
see
with
the Yoshi
Scizor,
game,
that
dude.
Mewtwo was just doing a fine job of zoning
I wanna see the Yoshi
out
game.
Scizor, and when you get those all-around type players that can play either close or from afar, they're really trying to read and react on the type of player that they are facing. And Scizor being a rush down
Come
type
on, give us
player,
something else.
Mewtwo can just sit back and use its wide array of projectiles, D1, to keep Scizor at bay, and it was never really even close at any moment in this one.
Yeah, the entire time you just
Boom,
saw
boom,
Alistair
boom.
zone in space right around Ken, trying to force him to approach, and he limited his options really well because he threw projectiles not only from the ground but also the sky, and it really looked like Ken just didn't know what was coming.
Let's take a look at the updated bracket as we see the team of Alistair and MatPat advance. They will be taking on the winners of
Alistair.
our next match. We'll get a chance to introduce them here shortly. And so that's looking like a pretty powerful combination right there. Matt, Pat, Alistair. We'll have to see how that one got seeded.
Let's see.
We go back to some of these gameplay mechanics that we're seeing from these players here, Vicky, and it's really interesting as well too. That ability
this
to
is the Pokken Invitational.
a lot of grabs being executed. But
D1 is doing the commentary. He's a
a
well-known dude
It's
in
very
the
important because
fighting
it can make
tournament.
A difference whether you're pushed against the wall or not, pushed at a very
Yeah,
big
they got Black Nerd
disadvantage.
up in there.
So you have to understand, okay, I'm put into a very bad position. What can I do to get
Yeah,
my
they're going to
balance?
show the
You
Yoshi
jump
game.
over
I want to
a
see
character
that
like
game,
Mewtwo,
dude.
where he
Looks
can
cool.
catch you even in the air, as we saw earlier in that replay.
Yoshi game looks cool.
You have to understand, okay, I'm put into a bad position. Maybe I need to take a step back, hold shield, but you don't want to hold shield for too long because that gets us up to a grab.
Let's get set for our next
Let's go.
match here. It's going to be between
How to become a sponsor, the gamer. The link is right here. ObiWanPlays.com.
And Justin Wong. So our first matchup will be JD Witherspoon taking on Black Nerd Comedy. Meanwhile, waiting for the next matchup will be Nairo and Justin Wong. Welcome them up to the stage. And this is going to be exciting here, D1. We've got obviously some very seasoned fighting players here that have done a fantastic job here.
All right, let's go.
Got some very good proficiency with Pokken Tournament Deluxe. However, our U2 personalities, we saw in the situation of Matt, Pat, and Stephanie Patrick, as each round was advancing, they were almost picking up more of the mechanics of this game.
Oh, indeed, you can tell that
Metroid fault.
Tournament, it is easy
Missed
to pick
the announcement.
Up, but as
yeah,
far as
I wasn't paying
that's the
attention to
hard
that Yoshi game, dude.
Certainly is, and there's a lot of
I had to go
mechanics
back and watch
had
it
a chance to
later.
chat with Alistair prior
It's a
to
cool
this.
game.
He was talking about the importance of being able to
Let's
do
go.
that counter-attack.
Yeah, it looks
dash
good, dude.
cancel. A lot of times when you get a Pokemon like Scizor that's getting zoned out by Mewtwo, how
This
do you
man
use that
dabbed, yeah.
counter-attack dash cancel to sometimes bait your opponent into getting them into
He
position
did dab.
to take advantage of them.
So as long as you know your opponent isn't using a move that is able to pierce the counterattack, you're able to build synergy, which is your meter that
Let's
allows you
go.
to gain burst. And also,
Let's
you
go.
get an opportunity.
Is this Nintendo tournament going year-round? No, I think this is just at E3.
If you go for the dash cancel, you have quick access to any of your options in neutral after.
Nintendo reveal more games for the Switch in this E3. I don't know the SIBA. I don't know. I doubt it though. I think they're gonna do all. They did the big games. They might reveal a couple other games, but the big one's already been revealed.
Tournament Deluxe being used right now. Right now, we're gonna have a matchup.
The ARMS
Darkrai
Invitational
and
is
Krogunk.
tomorrow. Cool.
Darkrai, one of those Pokemon that's gonna
Krogunk.
be a zoner. Meanwhile, Krogunk. More so all around, so this is going to be
Dude, if
interesting to
that
see the
happens,
playstyle that
Bobby,
Krogunk's gonna do, because you know Darkrai's
we're
gonna wanna
going
keep
to
Krogunk at
get.
bay.
Krogunk is a
Yeah, I'm gonna
very
start
silly
banning
character
dudes,
coming
dude.
into Pokken Tournament Deluxe.
Dudes will get
If
banned.
press
You guys
the
already
set
had the
button,
warning
A
yesterday.
button,
Today
you
is
have
just
so many
bans.
different random
Bans.
moves that come out. You don't quite know what's gonna come at you. And as far as Darkrai is concerned, he's a
Let's
character
go.
that specializes in traps.
Oh, Darkrai,
If
this is a
he's
new
able
Pokken.
To catch you with that Dark Void, you go into Nightmare mode. And once you're in Nightmare mode,
Yeah, I don't know how you
it's
qualify for
difficult
these
facing
opponents,
off
these
against Darkrai.
tournaments.
He has more moves that
I think
pierce the
Nintendo
ball.
just
A legendary, mythical
randomly
creature of
picks
the
him?
dark
I don't know.
taking on a ninja frog, basically. We've got Krogunk going on against Darkrai.
Jen
That's
Go
what we talked
Patrick,
about
thanks
Pokken
for
Tournament
subbing,
Deluxe.
boy.
All these Pokemon here getting a chance, even playing field
Thanks
to
for
take on
subbing.
each other. Still right now, nobody with an early advantage. You see JD Witherspoon with
Give attention.
Darkrai.
Tell him,
Meanwhile,
Darkside.
Krogunk, and there you go. The support
Best comment of the
Pokemon
chat,
coming in for
Darkside.
damage.
Let's go.
Actually trying to find his way in, as D1 did mention earlier. This character is a very RNG. If you hold his A button,
Oh,
he can
both
get
of these
monster stats,
Pokemon are
or
new.
stats. That would be terrible for him to get that.
Both of
negative
these
stat
are
around
new.
the end when it would really make a difference within the match.
Legendaries
Oh,
are in it
JD
too?
Witherspoon, though, getting
No way.
knocked back by Black Nerd Comedy. And
Which Pokemon are the legendaries that are in this?
Has that full synergy.
Stephanie
It's
Morillo,
getting filled
thanks for
right there.
subbing.
However, has the support of Reshiram ready to go whenever he wants, D1.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go.
Reshiram dishes out a decent amount of damage, and right there you already see Darkrai just
Let's go.
having a tough time dealing with this Krogunk. You know, the Krogunk already activating burst mode. What's gonna happen here?
Krogunk in burst mode, trying to put some pressure on Darkrai.
Let's go,
Connect
bro.
Right here. No, won't Darkrai able to block that. Able to do a fine
Yeah.
job of reading Krogunk. However, time is up. You've got to
Oh,
operate a little bit quicker. That
there it
first
is.
victory in that round is going to go ahead and go to Black Nerd Comedy and
Splatoon
Krogunk.
2
Very
must
impressive. JD
come.
Witherspoon
Oh yeah,
and Darkrai.
T-Belly.
Hey,
What's
let's
up,
have another
T-Belly?
round, JD. You got a chance
I
to
pre-ordered
bounce
after
back.
trying to test fire
So, Vicky,
Pokken
look at
Tournament
the choice
DX.
of when to
Already
deploy certain
pre-ordered.
Pokemon.
This game looks
What's
good. Yeah,
typically
does
go
look good. I like the
there.
first Pokken Tournament
Use that.
on my Switch.
If it's an offensive Pokemon, they're going to read the opponent.
ARMS is
If it's defensive,
Wednesday
they're gonna
today
I think
at
it's
3
like two
p.
different
Oh, so it's
things.
gonna be
I
around
feel like
6.
it
I'm gonna
needs
miss
to
it.
depend on the
I'm gonna be
player's
out, dude.
preference, what they feel
I'm not
is
gonna be
best
back
for the
until
player, and what
late
their
tonight,
Pokemon
probably
is
around
in the neutral.
10-ish.
So if their Pokemon Pokemon is just very slow.
So
You're not able to close in that gap.
I should be back on tonight. We'll play a couple of matches.
Maybe they want a support Pokemon to help speed up their boost.
Krogunk
applying some pressure to Darkrai, and what's interesting, D1, is we're seeing Krogunk really succeed right now, keeping some distance from Darkrai and zoning Darkrai out.
Yeah, I was actually really
Boom,
surprised
boom,
to see
boom,
how
boom, boom.
Darkrai being the character that's great at zoning,
Boom, boom, boom,
zoning
boom,
is
boom.
instead
Oh, which one is Andre?
The bombs being placed on
I don't even know who is Andre.
for Darkrai to approach.
Darkrai activating its Synergy Burst. Let's see if we can connect with the burst move. This might do it. No! Misses, however. Meanwhile, Krogunk.
Oh, duh.
Darkrai trying to apply some
He's
pressure.
Krogunk.
Here comes the
He's
burst move,
Krogunk.
though, and this is going to be fantastic. What do we have here?
We have the Infinite
Oh, that's it.
Eclipse dishing out 198 damage. This should possibly be the end.
You can sit
Oh,
back and watch the
Black
minutes roll
Nerd.
right there as JD
Defeated.
Witherspoon and Darkrai bounce back to take the next round and force a third round between our two
Emmy
YouTube
Tompkins,
personalities,
thanks for
D1.
subscribing,
Right now,
Emmy.
we actually have Black Nerd Comedy and
JD Witherspoon talking smack,
talking
pointing
smack,
heads
up and
behind
Let's
the
go.
monitor. Wow. Wow. I like it.
Yeah, Andre, I see. Yeah, I know who. I know his name. Yeah, he lost. He lost pretty bad too.
Krogunk getting some pressure on Darkrai, trying to zone Darkrai out, getting up close in the face of Darkrai now, and you see getting knocked back right there. You can't hold that shield and that block forever.
Yeah, you can't, or else you'll get grabbed.
He's actually planting the bombs on the opposite side of Darkrai and then forcing him to move towards those bombs with his own projectiles. It could be really tricky. You have to watch
Am I getting
out because
Splatoon
those
too
bombs
early?
are not
I hope
activated,
so.
but They actually deploy on their own.
I don't know yet.
Krogunk gonna activate the Synergy Burst right now. That's gonna obviously do some more damage. Meanwhile, Darkrai with the buff of its own. Here comes the Synergy Burst.
Oh,
move,
Synergy
but no,
Burst.
misses once again, and that is huge for Darkrai because Darkrai having a chance to build a Synergy Burst and also has that Cresselia as the support Pokemon ready to go and going to deploy it right now.
Oh,
already getting that
that is recovered.
That 408
Wow.
quite healthy.
Krogunk getting in the face of Darkrai. Darkrai trying to get the grab right there, misses. Fine blocking right there. Nice little combo by Darkrai. JD Witherspoon versus Black
Let's
Nerd
go.
Comedy. The best of three right here.
Boom.
Comes down to this. Meanwhile, Krogunk getting a major hit, doing some
I'm
nice
I'm
damage.
sort of getting hyped for this
Darkrai
game,
right
dude.
there.
I can't wait to play it again on my Switch.
Damage output Darkrai
With the new
actually has, but
characters.
Krogunk still holding his own. He can
Let's see what the new
still
characters have to
this.
offer.
He's applying as much pressure as he possibly can, and they're gonna try to put themselves into dual face to rack up all the damage as possible there.
D1 only 10 seconds
Oh.
left in this one. You've got the advantage for Darkrai, and Darkrai gonna
Darkrai
go ahead
won
and get the
again.
knockout. Wow. Black Nerd Comedy thrown off by the confidence and the smack talk of JD Witherspoon. You see
JD
the swagger
Witherspoon
from
beat
JD
him.
Witherspoon as well too, getting that victory over Black Nerd Comedy. So now we hand it over to our Twitch personalities. We're gonna have
Black
Nairo
Nerd
taking on
lost.
Justin Wong. It's going to be very exciting here. And
Nairo, now we got pros.
dropping the first
Looks
round
so
here. However,
evasively
it looks
annoying
like
if
JD
done well.
Witherspoon
Yeah,
had a sip of coffee
yeah.
and woke up
Sort of
and
like,
game up.
Yep.
what was her name?
Nairo.
The ice type
Giving
Pokemon.
JD some tips.
in
And
this
after
game.
JD talked some smack
Eve-
to Black
no,
Nerd
not
Comedy,
Evie.
I don't know what happened, but his
I forgot her name.
shot through the roof, and that third
Used to be
round,
my
he was
main, too.
actually moving. You saw he was
Yeah,
swing left and right.
Weavile.
Those
Weavile is
and
fast too.
That was it. Black Nerd Comedy
Weavile
was
is
the
fast in
first
this game.
Exciting matchup here. We've got
I used to
Mewtwo
play with
versus
her.
Weavile. As
She
we
used to be my
mentioned,
main
Mewtwo,
in
one of
this.
those standard types, as we like to say, can operate from afar, zone you out, and get up in your face. Meanwhile, Weavile certainly want to get
Weavile.
up close and apply some pressure right in your mug.
Go,
Yeah,
Weavile,
if you guys
go.
don't know who's playing
Go,
who,
Weavile, go.
We'll be playing
Go, go,
Mewtwo
go, go,
while
go, go,
Justin
go,
Wong
go,
with
Weavile, go.
Justin Wong and Weavile getting the first couple initial hits, going to go ahead and shift the face here. Meanwhile, Mewtwo going to get some pressure and knock back Weavile right here. And nice air combo in the juggle right there,
And
Vicky.
that is the exact positioning.
I
where
saw the
Weavile
notification, but your
mid-range,
message didn't
but
pop
in your
up.
face, he could apply so much pressure. You do have to watch out because if that Weavile gets a critical and manages to rack up as much damage as possible, close range is where Weavile excels the most.
Weavile with a very nice combo right there. Mewtwo able to knock him back. And D1, talk a little bit about low stance, high stance. We're seeing some of that being deployed right now as these two
Okay.
players are really up close and personal trying to read each other.
And the cool thing about
Hold on,
is
dudes.
that you're able to actually low
How
profile
much?
depending on the character that you're using certain moves. If there's a move that goes rather high, you can duck underneath and get a free opportunity to counterattack.
Nairo and Mewtwo getting knocked back. Weavile going to go ahead and
Weavile! That used to be my main, boys.
30 seconds left.
Oh, let me see what you guys are saying.
On the ropes.
Speaking of Weavile,
Pressure and
what up, man? Just stopping by,
able to burst through the block
saying,
right
hey,
there.
gonna watch
Now
for a
the
little
pressure
at
cooker
work.
heats up a little
I want
bit.
that rematch in
One
Street
more
Fighter. I
victory
played
in
more
this
last
round.
night.
You
All right, Reaver.
JD
But dude, I won't be
Witherspoon.
on until late tonight. So I'm gonna be on maybe around 10 o'clock.
And their Weavile
Around 10 o'clock, possibly later, Eastern Standard Time. I'll keep you guys up to date on when I'm back on later tonight. Out of town. Hope to see you guys later. Later, Obi-Wan. All right, Fox. I'll see you later. All awesome. Being here is worth every penny. Chat with you soon. Obi-Wan plays later. That's what's up, Fox. Thanks, dude. Later, Danny. Talk out too. Check you later, everyone. All right, Sean. See ya, the sponsors. I got some cool sponsors, dude.
And not only all that amazing damage that Nairo could apply, but you have to be afraid because right now going into the third round, we have Justin Wong.
I want to see this Yoshi gameplay, dudes.
Justin Wong with full burst. Nairo.
I want to see this Yoshi.
Able.
T-Belly. What's up?
So let's go to our
They ready for a fight. Okay, we might play some more Street Fighter tonight, dude. We might play some more Street Fighter tonight.
Aerial on Weavile. This is right there, but how about the jump right here, D1?
Nairo is actually on.
We might play some Street Fighter with the sponsors tonight, dude.
Fire punch, ice punch, and thunder punch. How is Justin Wong going to be able to bring it back?
Nairo, Justin
Let's
Wong
go.
coming down to the end here in this round.
Is Yoshi today, Philip? Yes. Yoshi is next. Yoshi is next, dude.
71 health left. This is impressive play right here.
Oh, you know, now whenever it gives me more time to practice at my zoning after work anyways. All right, dude. We could get a match in later on tonight. Like I said, it's going to be late tonight. I don't know what time I'm going to be in, though. I'll let you dudes know. Oh. Oh. Pressure against the wall. Nairo's a beast in every fight in the game. He's rocking that Mewtwo. Mewtwo is tough in this game, dude. Mewtwo is tough in this game.
Black Nerd Comedy and Justin Wong for a hard.
Yeah, I don't care about Weavile anymore. I don't use Weavile anymore.
We talked about being standard in that matchup against
them boys
Scizor,
won.
The previous match, we saw Mewtwo
rocking that
really
Mewtwo
distance, but now against Weavile, operated right in the face of Weavile and applied a lot of pressure up against the wall.
Okay, it's Yoshi if you
right
don't know.
It looks like teams with Mewtwo.
But that's after this tournament.
I don't know, man. It's a little scary.
Those Mewtwo teams certainly doing a very good job. And as we mentioned, Mewtwo, one of those standard players, as they like to say, that can really work both as a zoner or a rush type Pokemon, and especially in this match, we saw Mewtwo really taking advantage, Vicky, of really countering some of the attacks from Weavile and then doing a fine job of getting into some combos with some juggles.
Yeah, there was times too where Justin Wong was able to close in that gap and rack up a lot of damage on Nairo when he would win the rock, paper, scissors train, but unfortunately, it just was not enough, and Nairo was just able to be on top of that RPS train all the time.
Let's take a look at the replay, and D1,
Let's take a look at the replay.
We roll this replay between.
Am I getting the new Pro Controller? Yeah, dude.
So right there, you see Justin Wong trying to use Frogadier.
I'm going to be getting that new Pro Controller. Really well. I'm going to get that Splatoon Pro Controller specifically. I got to get that Splatoon one, man.
Actually putting up his shield.
That Splatoon one, bro.
Goes right around Weavile and uses that amazing homing attack just to get the wall splat right there. And that dive kick, putting Justin Wong in such a tough situation.
He got him.
I wasn't quite sure if he was going to be able to finish it, but right there, those two light attacks
he finished
was all he needed.
He took him
what we're
out,
from these
bro.
Twitch personalities is their ability to mix up their attacks high-low. We talked about that high and low stance also. How proficient do you have to be at that in order to really keep your opponent on their heels?
You have to, of course, understand what your character gets out of the high stance and low stance. Certain characters like Gengar, if they actually hold up when they go into high stance,
D1 knows what he's talking about.
Avoid low attacks. While other characters, they have actually different attributes when it comes to going to high stance and low stance. So you have to do a lot of studying when it comes to this to get on top of your opponent when it comes to Pokken tournament DMs.
I do know for some characters, high stance do grant them extra bonuses. For Gardevoir, for example, it actually helps her meter come back faster. And Empoleon, when you actually use Empoleon's lower stance,
rocking that Mewtwo, boy.
Moves. It's kind of incredible because he's pretty tall.
Now, the Splatoon controller is good, Nintendo Gamer. What you talking about, girl? Man?
3 out of 5 games.
It's that fire, bro. All right, this is the finals.
Pat and Alistair getting set to take on JD Witherspoon
and
Nairo. So,
Nairo.
of course, we're most likely going to see a couple of Mewtwo's here in this match. But
let's
get
go.
to the sort of analysis of JD and Matt Pat. Matt Pat.
It's my son running around in the background.
Pat getting a victory. That went to 3 rounds as well. But then JD Witherspoon really finding that confidence.
Samuel, turn around, look, wave at the camera.
Comedy and getting the victory. So let's bring them out here and get set for our championship final match.
This is it.
We've got
This is
Matt
the
Pat and
finals.
JD Witherspoon facing off against
The
each
finals.
other. Alistair versus Nairo. Matt Pat and Alistair on a team, and then Nairo and JD Witherspoon
Let's
trying
go,
to bring
bro.
home the championship for themselves. So get set to welcome them out to the stage.
Yeah, I like this Splatoon
Really,
Pro
as these
Controller
YouTube
2
personalities
Stelios.
face off. We talked about how it's almost
What's
like
up,
watching your child
Anish?
walk
Come on this
because
side
they're
now.
starting to
You're
learn
black in
more
the chat
and
now.
more
You gotta
as
come
the
on this
game goes
side.
on. But when you're
gonna come on
getting
my lap?
introduced to this, do you think it's better to try and zone sometimes, or do you think it's better?
Anish,
to
how
try
you
to
doing,
apply
dude?
some
Hope you're having a
pressure
good day.
because our YouTube personalities might not be able to read and counter
Hope you're having
quite
a good
as well
day,
as the
dude.
Twitch personalities can.
I think the best thing to do is to not have tunnel vision and rely on only one strategy, because then you become a one-trick pony and you're easier to read and counter. So if you're able to actually mix it up and stay in close or zone, that's when things get difficult.
Well, let's welcome up our fighters to the stage.
Let's go.
Obviously talking about some extra strategy in the back. You've got
Let's go.
Matt Pat and Alistair taking on JD Witherspoon and Nairo. Our first match will be Matt Pat taking on JD Witherspoon. JD Witherspoon already bumping those gums, talking all that trash right now to Matt Pat. Let's see if Matt Pat has got a game theory to win this one right here.
Haha.
And as we saw,
Let's say,
Matt
does he have a
Pat
game theory?
Really excelled with the Empoleon.
Thanks, Zach
He gave
Attack.
some pressure and some grabs. However,
Thanks,
JD
dude.
Witherspoon, his previous match, using a fine job of connecting with some of those synergy bursts, Vicky.
Yeah, well, Matt Pat
The
is
day
gonna wanna
over
look
here
out
is
for most
7
ways.
p.m.
Although
Cool.
Napoleon is very slow, his moves
That's
do
cool.
make up for that. He is allowed a lot
I'm
of
good,
movement
thanks. Just got
options
home
out
and
of his
tuned into your
attacks,
stream.
actually.
What's
So
up,
when he
Chair
throws out
Trash?
that ice beam,
That's
not
cool,
only can
Anish. So you
slide
just
it,
got home?
you have the option to
Cool,
do
dude.
nothing out of it.
Just
But when
past
you
7
are in
p.m.?
midair and you
Okay.
press X, you
I forget
kind of
you're.
create
I know
an
you're.
aerial
Where
effect with
in
ice,
Europe
but
are you?
also
Are you in the
to
UK?
kind of sidestep
I forget,
and slide
Anish.
away from your opponent as well.
Well, both Matt and JD are going to go with different Pokemon potentially for this match. It's going to be interesting to see who they choose. Do they go with what they had?
Let's
Or
go.
they maybe go with something different here, D1, to throw their opponent off guard and not let
Pokken
them scout.
Invitational.
Yeah, right now I'm actually
Orange, thanks for subbing,
I'm
Orange.
trying to, guess anything here, but it looks like
UK,
JD Witherspoon,
cool, dude.
since he went with Darkrai before, I'm guessing you probably might see
There it is.
Empoleon.
Empoleon. And Vicky, we were playing the other day, and Empoleon, the
Empoleon.
burst move out of synergy mode, there's something special about that one.
His burst is actually kind of incredible.
Hype hat for your
because of the fact
children?
you can't
Where's the
shield
hype
it.
hat?
It is a command
Here's the
grab.
answer to
So
your question,
the only
Zach
way to
Attack.
counter around his burst is
Booyah!
And that's going to certainly take
Booyah!
some timing right there. We've got Darkrai
Booyah!
versus Empoleon. Darkrai being played by JD
England,
Witherspoon.
cool.
Matt Pat going to go ahead and go with Empoleon right now. Some early pressure being applied by JD Witherspoon, trying to zone Empoleon. Maybe some coaching provided by Nairo. We'll see. Meanwhile, Alistair
Matt
with some advice
Pat.
for Matt Pat. Empoleon getting a couple early hits on Darkrai. And already we see Empoleon getting in the face of Darkrai
Let's
and
go,
applying
bro.
some pressure here, D1.
So the main thing you saw there
Let's
is
go,
that
bro.
at first JD Witherspoon
Mini
was
hype
having
hat.
trouble
That's
with
right.
the
Hype
defense.
hat.
But
Family
what happened
tradition.
was,
That's right,
finally,
bro.
you saw
We all
JD
got the hype hat.
Matt Pat
We all got the hype
ice
hat.
cream to get
I only got
inside
two,
and
though.
use
I only
that
got two
fly.
hype hats.
And you can't
I
hear
did get
them
some
right now,
more,
but
though.
JD Witherspoon is just talking all
When
sorts
I buy a
of
hype
mess to
hat.
Matt Pat right now.
I gotta work that out. I gotta
And
see,
speaking
dude.
of throw,
And
gets
it's
the grab right there, and that's going to help sort of turn the tide. No
when,
synergy burst
when,
quite yet. However,
one
you
day
see
I'll
the
do it.
support
I'll sell him
ready
one
to go
day,
from
dude.
Matt Pat. Darkrai trying to wait for that Cresselia to be ready to call at any moment's notice. We're going to go ahead and
Boom.
shift phases here. And
Oh, got him.
Empoleon still trying to get that early pressure on Darkrai in its face.
This
Up
game
against
is
the wall
so
here, Vicky.
strategic,
Already
dude.
applying so much pressure.
You
on
really
his
gotta know what you're
spawn.
doing in
This
this
is where a lot
game.
of damage is gonna be, but immediately with that grab, he's gonna
Oh,
get the
finish them with
KO,
the grab.
and that's gonna be game one to Empoleon.
And D1, Matt Pat, how about the combination of putting some
D1.
pressure against your opponent in the corner on the wall? Your opponent is going to be pretty aggressive to try and bounce back, most likely, or try to block to withstand all those attacks. Then you go in with the throw.
You on a hype
Which is why
hat?
you saw Matt Pat actually successful
Let's go.
right there in the
Bobby.
last round.
One day, Bobby.
About Empoleon too, he has some moves that can actually go through your counterattack, so it can be very
Let's go.
scary defending against Empoleon. You want to keep him outside, which is why you see JD just trying to run away in zone.
Matt Pat took the first round. If he
Do I
gets
think
this one,
Mewtwo is
that'll be
OP in
a
this
one-game
game?
victory for his
Yes,
team.
Philip.
3 out of 5.
Yeah,
Final
Mewtwo is OP.
championship. Empoleon, meanwhile,
Especially Dark Mewtwo.
Up against
OP.
the wall, D1, we see it time and time again. He just keeps going in with the Aqua Jet.
Wow.
He puts up the shield and gets grabbed for it.
Bro.
Hear a whole lot of talking coming from JD at
Matt
this point.
Pat.
Facing a huge deficit, 553 to 57. Going to go ahead and deploy that synergy burst. You've got to release the Hoons at this point and try to fight back against Matt Pat. Matt Pat does have a synergy burst. Reshiram right here, the support Pokemon being called, but
Ain't doing nothing.
Empoleon and Matt Pat. Darkrai going to try with that burst move, but it doesn't connect.
Oh.
It just looked like JD with his
He got destroyed. Obi-Wan play shirts. Now I do have shirts.
Matt Pat
I do have shirts on my website. They're a little pricey because of the company. That's why I don't promote them that much. But I do have shirts on my website.
Go through any move that Matt Pack was going to throw at him, but unfortunately it was just too late, and he kind of used his burst attack a little bit too early, and unfortunately missing, kind of being crucial to the matchup.
So
is this 2 out of 3?
It's a best 3 out of 5 with the games in this championship match.
Oh, it's
so
a 3 out of 5.
Matt Pat and JD Witherspoon
3 out of 5.
This will be for the second game. You've got 1 game point.
Hold on, dudes. I need to check something. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Matt Pat trying to get a second one. That means Alistair can come in and be the clinching point potentially. Let's see if JD Witherspoon learned anything from that last matchup. We saw Napoleon D1 really apply a lot of pressure in the face of Darkrai, not where Darkrai really wants to operate, and found himself pinned up against that wall for most of the match.
Yep, again, we see JD Witherspoon trying his best zone, but once Napoleon gets inside, it looks like all that little chip damage that he was able to get doesn't quite matter, so he's going to have to do a better job of keeping that wall up.
That grab was negated by Napoleon, and once again, just going to work the combo and the pressure up against the wall. However, Darkrai able to counter that right there, and finally getting some relief here, D1.
We're back, boys.
Like the fact that he was attacking more instead of trying to throw the projectile, but here it is, Napoleon striking back with that ice beam.
And Vicky, Darkrai cannot just try to get Napoleon out of the zone. It's just too much Napoleon in your face at this point.
Napoleon is taking it to him.
Being pressed in your face, and it really does.
Matt Pat just has his number, bro.
To be seen inside.
Matt Pat with the victory, and you know there's some questions for JD when you start to see the palms turn to the sky and the shoulders shrug at this point. Nairo trying to step up, get some coaching for JD, your boy, struggling right now at this point. However, there's still a couple more rounds that can be played. Don't count out Darkrai, but what we're seeing here, D1, Empoleon, one of those rush Pokemon, living in that rush down zone as opposed to Darkrai the zone.
Oh, Empoleon is just taking it to him.
Between him and Empoleon.
Yeah, let me just tell you, Alistair actually really loves Empoleon. So to have Alistair helping out Matt Pat, that's a big boon to him right there. And look at it already, Matt Pat trying to maintain that health lead.
Oh, and
for the grabs, but this time JD Witherspoon being a little more aggressive, going right through that.
That was really smart of JD actually.
Grabbed him.
Recognizing that he wanted to go for the grab when he held shield just slightly.
JD is just getting destroyed, bro.
Immediately threw an attack to counter that counter.
And there it is again. He's going straight back into dual phase. Only 10 HP left on JD Witherspoon. He goes into the burst. I don't know if he's going to be able to connect it. Looking for an opportunity to confirm. Is this a chance?
Darkrai with that burst move in, yes.
He caught him with the synergy burst.
This is going to do a lot of damage here, D1.
Yes, 198 to be exact, and here is the infinite eclipse.
However, Matt Pat and Napoleon still with a sizable lead, 254 to 42. Gonna be able to block the support Pokemon right here. Darkrai trying to keep Empoleon guessing, however, Empoleon getting in that area where it likes to operate best.
God, oh, he came back.
Empoleon himself has
Matt Pat came back. I mean,
right there, and he's
JD came back.
Speak, are we gonna see the deep blue Monarch? That does a lot of damage, and right now with such a close game, it may be.
Oh! JD came back.
Don't say goodnight yet. And here comes the talking once again. Turning off the mute button once he finally wins another round here.
He came back.
I love the confidence. It ain't over. You're
Can we buy grills
right.
now? These grills are a lot of money, dude.
Meanwhile, Matt Pat still pretty confident. That was one that
you gotta buy from another store.
Right there, D1. Do you think Matt Pat got maybe a little too defensive and didn't try to go on the offensive to close this one out?
Yeah, he should have closed it out.
A little bit too comfortable there. He said, you know what, I'm gonna probably sit on my win, right, and just wait for my opponent to basically defeat himself.
So as these two teams face off, Matt Pat versus JD Witherspoon, it's a 3 out of 5 games for them to get 1 point. Then Alistair and Nairo will face off for another potential point. If both teams are at 1-1, we'll go to one final match that will determine the champion of our 2017 Pokken tournament. Let's get you back to the action here as Darkrai
from OB2
now has turned the tables, Vicky, and has Empoleon up against the wall.
That's why you don't just relax after the second game. You may have won 2, but you never know when it's going to bring back around. Right now, as we're seeing, it could be really close. Is Empoleon going to finally take it?
That Retro Ram going to knock Empoleon back, and that does some major damage. It's going to also decrease the attack for Empoleon. Empoleon going into burst mode at this point. 14 health just for Darkrai. A puppy kiss would knock him out.
This is
close.
Oh!
Empoleon with the nice cross.
That was close.
JD Witherspoon and able to get the KO
that was
from
close.
behind.
This Empoleon is just unstoppable, man. It's out of control. It looks like Nairo's going to have to do a little bit more coaching on his part for JD Witherspoon.
So how much is the sponsor? I just want to know. $5 gets you in, dude. There's 5, 10, and 20 tiers.
As they advance to the next match. JD
You gotta go check it out.
will have to win
So I can talk.
3 games in a row now in order to try and get that vital point in this championship round. So you look at JD though, we saw a little bit more of a
This
progression.
Pokken tournament went on
able to get Empoleon turned
long,
around and even
long
had
man.
Empoleon
I
up
want to
against
see
the
that
wall at
Yoshi
one
game.
point.
Yeah, he was applying a lot of pressure. I think one of my
Yeah.
favorite things is seeing how he mixed up his offense. He started going in the air, opting for the dive kicks.
I saw him opt for the dive kicks a few times, but I recognized how he started using Ice Beam to go towards Darkrai first, and when he had him against the wall, that's when he applied the very most pressure that
Later.
we saw amongst the entire game in dual phase.
JD Witherspoon rolling with Darkrai once again.
It's taking long,
go
dude.
ahead and go with Empoleon. And D1, one thing we should also point out, all these stages are different sizes. So if you're Darkrai, you're going to want
Had
to
they made today. No surprises, Anish.
Seems to be really
No
high
surprises
operating
today.
Smaller stages, pushing Darkrai up against the wall.
We haven't been surprised
You've already
today.
seen the match just started, and immediately Empoleon cornering Darkrai. And also, let's not forget the synergy drops too. They're quite different depending
Boom,
on
boom,
what stage
boom.
you're on.
And what we're seeing in Empoleon, one of those rush down Pokemon that likes to be right in your face, really making life uncomfortable for Darkrai is a huge early advantage for MatPat, 571 to 72. Darkrai just trying to find some space, but
Darkrai's trying,
Empoleon
but
not even
he
giving
can't
Darkrai a
win.
chance to tie his shoes. And very impressive victory by MatPat here, Vicky.
And as we saw around the end there, MatPat actually was able to use
MatPat
that move
got
as
him.
anti-air to catch him off guard and was able to follow up with even a stronger string of attacks.
JD, I'm noticing there's fewer words after a loss. There's more after a victory, though. I like the consistency I see from you, though. Never stop smiling right there. Let's get set for our next round here. Now, this is critical right here, D1, because if Empoleon gets the victory, that's the third and decisive game point for MatPat and Alistair. That'll give them their first point of this match. Early pressure being applied by Empoleon.
Wow.
Nice juggle right
Wow.
there.
Yeah, and I also noticed how Empoleon is also taking to the skies, making it very difficult for Darkrai to find quarter.
542 to just 4. Darkrai's
Boom, boom,
gonna need
boom.
all the help it can get
Thanks,
to try to keep
Jason.
Empoleon away from the victory.
You see the homie
However,
Jason.
Gonna do some major damage.
I mean, yeah, Trailer. Where's Jason back?
However,
Trailer,
Darkrai
thanks,
trying to
dude.
back up,
That is
slow
right
down.
there.
Empoleon missing a couple times.
There you
Darkrai
go.
gonna negate the throw, get some damage on Empoleon. This could be something incredible. Here we go.
Thanks,
Synergy
Trailer.
burst activated for Darkrai. Hanging on the
We're all
ropes.
tired of
There
Pokken,
you
yeah.
go, Vicky.
Oh, but you cannot shield that, and that is exactly what we're talking about, Jordan. You cannot
Oh.
shield that. You can't just shield that burst.
Can't shield it, and there's no lifeguard on duty for Darkrai, so that's going to go ahead and
You
do it.
can't shield Empoleon Synergy Burst? Oh, I might try out Empoleon, dude.
Alistair and our championship
I might try out Empoleon.
Throw people off with that specific burst move, Vicky, because you're thinking
You
"Oh, I
can't
gotta do
shield
block
it?
I'm good. No, fam, you're going to get
Oh.
Absolutely not. You need to try to jump over that.
I didn't know
is
that, bro.
Deep Blue Monarch, and it deals exactly 220 HP. You have to watch out for that, and you have to keep your distance when you see Empoleon have that burst. And
I didn't
that's when
know
he's
that,
able to
dude.
apply all that pressure, which could be really
Thanks
hard
for
to
the
get away
mention,
from.
Trailer.
Right now, looks like we're going to have 2 pros take the stage.
I thought we just had some pros taking the stage. Well, MatPat looked like the pro versus JD Witherspoon right there. My goodness. But yes, go back. We've got 2 pros very seasoned, especially Alistair. That
Yes,
has
Alistair.
been one of the staples of this
month.
community.
Yes, from the Pokken tournament
Month
community,
PlayStation.
Alistair, a well-known Suicune main, and we have Nairo, who is actually
Not
a
really playing Pokken.
top-level Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U professional.
Well, let's see who they go with. We have Mewtwo versus Suicune. Alistair with that
Let's go.
Suicune going to really enjoy zoning
Thanks, dude.
Mewtwo. Meanwhile, Mewtwo all around. Does Mewtwo try to get up in the face of Suicune, or does Mewtwo try to play the same game as Suicune and zone out
Let's
as well,
go.
too?
This is going to be really interesting because early on, when Pokken tournament came out for Wii U, Nairo did play Mewtwo. He had a pretty solid Mewtwo.
But I
But
wanted to lose.
Alistair, he stuck to the game.
Well, the other dude was
I think it's gonna
talking
be
trash
cool to see
first,
how Nairo's
Triforce.
fundamentals as a pro player for Smash come into play here.
Nairo versus Suicune. Early damage applied by Suicune. Suicune.
Oh, I hate
up
fighting
Mewtwo, which is
Suicune.
interesting. Typically, we see Suicune use that zoning. However, able to perfectly read Mewtwo's attacks here, Vicky.
And you can see right here, yes, Suicune does excel immensely with long range, but he's not having it right
Suicune.
now. Switching immediately
That was pretty
to
good
full face
long range
and
attacks.
nearly getting a perfect and landing that perfect,
What?
not even taking any damage. advantage.
And I think one thing we have to keep an eye open for is that mirror coat. You saw Nairo try to zone with projectiles.
Nairo
but
got
immediately
destroyed.
Absorbed that and just dished out damage with the mirror coat.
Suicune's so difficult.
What's
if you're
up,
gonna play that
J-Star?
zone versus zone matchup, and usually
What's
when you've got
up,
two Pokemon like to
Matthias?
zone
What's
each other,
up,
it's really
dude?
just a matter of out-zoning the other, using the timer as your friend. But we saw Suicune in that last match really do a fine job of the up-close rush-down face-off. And right here, countering once again, knocking Mewtwo back, has Mewtwo
Wow.
up against the wall.
Hold on, I need to
Mewtwo,
make
though,
sure
able to
the-
back off Suicune.
And right now we
Let me
have
put it
Alistair
back
not
in
even looking at
HD.
the
It's not in
screen as
HD,
he's playing
dude.
against.
Hold on, I'm putting it in HD.
What is going on here?
Alistair just looking at the Jumbotron right now, and that's putting some salt in the Kool-Aid right there, folks. Meanwhile, Suicune able to
You really
get
can't
the
tell
combo
much of the
on
difference.
Mewtwo. Nairo just furious right now.
Yeah,
Let's
that was
see
a
if that
flawless
applies
victory,
to the
Darkseid.
playstyle of Mewtwo. Meanwhile, Alistair just so cool,
Oh,
calm,
wait.
and composed. Here comes the support Pokemon from Mewtwo, but no! Suicune with the grab and the juggle up against the wall in the air, and this one might be over here soon, Vicky.
This man does not even need to look at the screen. When I grow up, I
Wow.
want to be just like Alistair.
What?
Just see right here, Alistair taking it over Nairo.
Alistair with the KO, gonna go ahead and take that
Wow.
first game point. Alistair needs to win 2 more games, and that will be the
That's
championship
it.
for Matt, Pat, and Alistair. Alistair, my goodness, if you didn't believe before that Alistair was sitting on top of the throne of this community, I think that was proof right there, D1.
Yeah, this guy coming out of NorCal, super
Man.
strong player.
This dude is a beast, man.
Pokken tournament community, and his Suicune is
This
nothing
dude
to
is a
mess with.
beast.
Alistair and that Suicune had no issues whatsoever with Mewtwo in that previous game.
Man.
Let's see if Mewtwo can try to find some type of adjustment.
Nairo.
It seemed
Nairo,
like
stick
Mewtwo
to
was
Smash,
trying to get up
bro.
close to Suicune.
Stick to Smash,
Didn't
bro.
really do anything. Suicune did such a good job of just reading the attacks from Mewtwo and applying that pressure.
Yeah, Mewtwo, one of his best tools in field phase is that homing attack, but it looked like Alistair already had an answer for that. And here it is, Nairo trying to see if he can use the counter attack. He manages to get
Got
the
him.
Pierce with that Hyper Beam.
Nairo and the Pierce with the Hyper Beam going for the grab. That gets negated. However, Suicune misses on the attack. A nice cross and reversal from Nairo.
Boom,
However,
boom.
Suicune able to counter that against Vicky.
And all that patience that we're seeing from Alistair.
Oh,
not
got him.
rewarded, though, as Nairo
Got him. Nairo saying not so fast, bro.
Once again, he's trying to get approach, but wow, fantastic counter, but it's not going to be doing anything.
Nairo showing some signs of life in this second game. However,
Let's go.
Suicune knocking back Mewtwo. Suicune hasn't really operated in that zoning mode yet, but that'll do some major damage there.
Oh,
115
yeah,
advantage.
Suicune, these
Suicune gonna knock
combos
back
are
Mewtwo,
crazy,
go
dude.
back into that support Pokemon. Synergy Burst is there for Alistair if he wants to use it.
Synergy Burst is there, and when Suicune uses Synergy Burst, it is a long-range counter. That's something you have to
Let's
take
go.
into consideration
Is
when
Techno,
he's
thanks for
activating
subscribing.
Synergy Burst.
And D1,
He
how
got
about the
him.
chip damage that was applied by Suicune with that
He got him
Synergy Burst?
again.
That's going to do some major damage. Even
He
if
got
the
him
Mewtwo
again,
tried to
bro.
block it.
And the projectile was just so hard to even jump over. As you see, it got bigger in burst mode.
First round goes to Alistair and the Suicune. Another victory in this round. That'll be the second game point for Alistair. Meanwhile, Suicune, Mewtwo getting a feel for each other at this point.
Got him with the grab.
Suicune, let's go ahead and shift phases right here. Both players have.
Bruh, Nairo's gonna get
ready to
toasted,
go.
bro.
Meanwhile, now here's Suicune D1 operating in that zone.
Just staying right outside.
Do they have new moves in this version?
And there it is. Grab opportunity. Should be getting the shift. And this is going to be quite difficult dealing with Suicune here in field phase.
And Alistair is applying.
Dude, I think they have new moves. I don't remember that wind move by
All
Suicune.
the pressure that he has applied to Nairo.
Alistair misses with the support Pokemon, however, some pressure, but no, Mewtwo able to get that ground attack knockback Suicune, but Suicune with a nice little juggle and a combo, and that'll do it right there. But no, 3 health left for Mewtwo, but facing 458 with Suicune, that's going to be a tough hill to climb here, D1.
It just looks like right now Alistair is content to stay back, fire an Aurora Beam, waiting for the opportunity to just take off that last
Let's go.
bit of HP.
And what's interesting is when you try to do that chip damage to end the round, you will stay alive at this point. Mewtwo with the grab and the throw up against the wall, though. Suicune just trying to find that last little hit. Mewtwo regenerating a little bit of health right there, but not enough as Suicune gets
Wow.
the hit
Yeah.
on Mewtwo.
That's it. This team is
That's
gonna
the
win.
second
Matt
game
Pat's team
point
is gonna
for
win.
Alistair. One more game point, and they will claim this
Gamer
2017
Extreme, thanks for
Pokken Tournament
subbing.
Deluxe Invitational Championship.
Any big
As you
Nintendo?
saw
What's
right
up,
there,
Bustin',
he's
Justin?
his counter, which is
Any
why
big
he kept
Nintendo
going
news
back,
today?
trying to
I can't watch
space
stream, but I
himself
can
out
be in
so that way
Discord.
Nairo ever
Nah,
could get into an
none,
action, he was
dude.
always right there to commit after that.
And if you notice right
None,
there,
dude.
Nairo fought his hardest to be able to get inside of the zoning.
No
from
big
Alistair.
news.
But the moment Alistair was able to find just one slight opening, he dashed right underneath and went to the other side. He's quite content with just zoning.
And D1, what do you make about the support Pokemon choice here for Nairo and Mewtwo? Meanwhile, we've seen Suicune go with the Litten each time.
You know, going with the Frogadier, this is a character that shoots out the water gun, right? And it allows people to apply some pressure. It fires off once, there's a slight gap, and it fires again, allowing you to possibly sneak in the grab sometimes.
Mewtwo and Nairo, though, getting some major damage.
Oh, he coming back.
Oh! Against the wall. Suicune facing an early deficit in this one. 504 to 257. Suicune, how about those crosses, D1?
Oh, but his combos, man.
And then coming down with
Suicune, look at that. His one combo took like half his power.
And here he is on the defensive, but gets the dive kick right
switch
there.
to maybe Virtual Console. All right, even. Let's see, dude. I hope they have one.
Getting the party started at that point. And the reason you saw so much damage right there was because Alistair had low HP.
Right now.
Wow, this is going to be
just
close.
A couple hits away from a knockout at this point. Alistair and Suicune trying to zone out Mewtwo and Nairo.
Oh, he got him.
Suicune, they come
That's
back
it.
after that deficit
That's
early
it.
on and able to get the
None,
KO.
dude.
And that
Well, somebody in the chat said that
completely turned the tide.
somebody from Treehouse said that there's going to be a Switch announcement later on today. I don't know when. Mabel Arns, thanks for subscribing.
Depending on the HP that you currently have.
How about the confidence of Alistair?
Thanks for subbing.
Until his health was down low enough to know that Lit was going to connect and do some major damage.
Yeah, that was really smart stuff right there by Alistair. But he finds himself.
We'll see. I don't know.
Drops the combo actually.
Nairo always starts off. Oh, he's destroying him this round.
Keeping Suicune up against the wall. Suicune trying to zone out Mewtwo.
He's destroying him this round.
Now for Mewtwo, 436 and 117. That's Nairo's Mewtwo, Alistair, Suicune, and right now we see Suicune trying to juggle Mewtwo up against the wall and grabbing the grab right here, Vicky.
Yes, he was able to juggle him against the wall because when Nairo
That's according to someone in the chat, so I don't know
he used
if that's actually true.
to prevent that from
Suicune.
leaving him against the wall and taking one.
Oh, Mewtwo with the win.
D1, we saw Mewtwo get
So Treehouse.
Alistair and Suicune up
Yeah,
against
no,
the wall.
yeah, they haven't had
Those
any
juggles that did
announcements.
some major damage early on.
And another thing we should talk about was the
No
counter
announcements.
attack usage right there by Nairo. You can jump over it as it is a shockwave on the ground, but look, he's able to connect with it yet again. Mixing up Alistair with that dive kick, has him in the corner with the cycle cut.
Oh, it's True Smuck. Okay.
He has no answers.
Well, I hope so.
Excellent use of that wall, and Mewtwo gonna go ahead and use the synergy burst. Mega Mewtwo right now against Lit. Oh no, Lit connects.
Wow.
That support Pokemon hit. Synergy burst capable right now for Suicune.
Got him.
Suicune gonna counter right there, Vicky.
Yes, because Mewtwo's burst is actually a short-range grab. He was able to take advantage of that situation. And
dude, Nairo came back on this dude.
Activating his own burst for an answer towards that.
Here comes Suicune with its burst move. Gonna
block.
Though Mewtwo does a fine job blocking it. Mewtwo with the corner up against the
wall. Mewtwo's gonna win.
And the grab on Suicune, and that will do
Oh, Nairo came back.
That game
Wow.
goes to Nairo and Mewtwo, and just when it looked like
Wow.
Alistair and Suicune were going to run away with it, you had Alistair looking at the jumbo screen. Nairo able to adjust his game and get an impressive victory right there.
Are we going to see a comeback? I think we're going to
Let me
see a
say this
comeback.
out. Honest, what are your thoughts on Sony blocking any chances of cross-platform multiplayer with Xbox and Nintendo? I think they're just looking out. It's a business move. The PlayStation 4 is selling more than Xbox, and it would benefit Xbox more than Sony. And so I think they wouldn't mind it so much with Nintendo, but to do it with Xbox, they're not down with it because it'll only benefit Microsoft. I can understand why they did it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand why. I want cross Ghoul Gamer, thanks for subbing. I want cross multi-platform gaming for all games, dude.
Plenty of things to say. Facing an early deficit right now, 517 to 331. Advantage, Alistair with that Suicune, but Mewtwo getting some huge damage.
This is gonna
right
be
there.
good, dude.
Able to push back Suicune. Now both fighters kind of each other out.
Dude, Mewtwo is coming back, bro.
Beautiful stuff right there by Nairo. We have Alistair with
Nairo knows how to adjust, dude.
Which gives him a double jump and increased damage.
Mewtwo able to counter that dash attack from Suicune. Suicune, though, trying to get Mewtwo into a combo. Nice little juggle right there.
We got him. Them Suicune combos are crazy. Look at that combo, dude. Hexovian, thanks for subbing.
And immediately when he switches back to field phase, you see all that different types of reverse rolls where
Oh!
just comes
Mewtwo got him.
And right when it seemed like Alistair and Suicune had Mewtwo and Nairo on the ropes, we saw that mid
Nairo.
the level that just juggled Mewtwo for
Nairo ain't playing, bro.
With its back up against the wall, unleash that Hyper Beam. Let's get to the next round in this one.
Nairo ain't playing, bro.
Early victory on Suicune. Now we see Suicune trying to give Mewtwo some juggling up against the wall here, Vicky.
That was a great example of the patience at the very end of the game. Nairo did not want to overcommit too much. He held
Let's
shield,
go.
and immediately when he saw that opening, he took advantage of that and took the first round.
Alistair with the early advantage, 426 to 120, trying to get some more damage on Mewtwo. Doing
What's
a
up?
fine job of zoning Mewtwo out right here, D1.
Oh, and here's what I was talking about. So much damage and the
Wow.
ability to double jump.
All right.
with Pop Wheel.
These boys playing now.
Pokken tournament forever.
Well, we saw the support Pokemon of Eevee being used, and that's going to go ahead and buff the attack for Suicune, and Suicune able to land some critical hits during that time that Mewtwo wasn't able to block. When you have that buff at that time, that's
probably
when the
so
round
much
goes
on
so
it.
quick to D1.
Oh, indeed. And
Nah,
right here,
we'll see.
Again, the zoning from Alistair, but Nairo just getting right inside.
1-1
Oh,
each on the
oh,
round.
good
He's
combo,
right here for
dude.
Suicune would claim the championship for Matt, Pat, and Alistair. However, let's see if Nairo and Mewtwo have some other things to say about that to force yet another game. Meanwhile, early advantage right now for Suicune, 433 to 357. Suicune trying to zone Mewtwo
Really
at this
thoughts on
point.
Sony
Up in
Black
the face, Mewtwo able
At least
to
Nintendo
grab it
Xbox
back,
PC will be
that
cross-play with
jump right there,
Minecraft, and
Vicky.
Rocket
Now
League I
got
think it's a
Suicune
start
on
of
the
more
ropes up
cross-play to
against the wall.
come.
Now, this
You're
is
right,
a
Reaver.
frustrating situation
Man, we need to
because
just
he's
have it
not
on
in a
every
position
platform,
where
every
Alistair
game.
wants to be, but
Stop the
immediately
madness.
getting away from Mewtwo and answering his own with Litten.
Alistair trying to get some chip damage.
Wow.
But there's that Hyper Beam again. Here comes synergy mode for Suicune. Can Suicune land some critical hits? But no.
He got him.
Grab by Mewtwo. Gonna knock Suicune up against the
Oh,
wall.
he didn't beat him.
One sliver of health left, life left for Suicune.
He's
Suicune
done.
will go ahead and
Suicune
use
is
that
done.
first move. Doesn't work though. Gets the hit on Mewtwo. 230 to 10. Let's see if Suicune can create something unbelievable here. Oh, he's got Mewtwo up against the wall. This is for the championship. If Suicune can counter back. But
Oh!
Mewtwo and Nairo
Just enough with that chip damage.
with their tournament lives on the line and just
Wow.
really
So this is it.
Mewtwo and Nairo
This is
able
it for
to
the
stay calm and
championship.
Compose a few breaths and able to force yet another game.
It looks like
So
we're
this
about
is
to go
it.
to the final match, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the final
Here's
match.
what's interesting. If Nairo takes the victory,
Yes.
Yeah.
Nairo will get the game point. Nairo versus Matt Pat in the third match, which would be very interesting. Nothing against Matt Pat, but he might not be the caliber of player that Alistair is. So, is this essentially the tournament right here for Alistair and Matt Pat?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we already
This is
have
it.
countering the homing attack. With that counter attack from Suicune, he goes forward, and just like I told you before, you can jump over.
Wow.
Counter attack. So much damage right now inflicted on Nairo.
Two mythical Pokemon.
Wow, half his power's already gone.
17 Pokken Tournament Deluxe Invitational Championship. Nairo with Mewtwo, Alistair with that Suicune. Right now, Suicune with the 498 to 270 advantage. Support gauge max for both of them.
Oh, he got him.
Mewtwo and that Eevee looking for a few buffs here, Vicky, in that attack. If he
Wow.
can use that support
This is
Pokemon.
intense.
Nairo finally able to rack up some damage on Alistair for some time there. I was starting to get a little worried. but
Wow,
he's
wow.
holding on to his own
He's
right
coming
now.
back. Mewtwo's coming back, dudes.
Alistair's so hard switching it back to field phase.
Nairo's coming back.
Nairo able to get some pressure up against the wall.
Oh.
Suicune going to keep Mewtwo.
That's all she wrote.
And that is one round victory right
One
here.
round,
This
one more to
decisive
go.
game. Either forcing
One round,
a
one more to
third
go.
match in this championship round, or Alistair and Matt
Yeah.
Pack can go ahead and take the victory right now. Matt Pack getting that 3-0 sweep on JD Witherspoon. Yes, JD, we couldn't let you forget about the sweep. My apologies here. They've got the brooms out. Here we go. 630 to 512. Early advantage right now for Suicune over Mewtwo. Suicune going to miss right there. Mewtwo able to reverse, get a couple
Wow.
of behind. Here comes that wall juggle D1.
And there it is
Whoa.
with the ball as well, doing an extra 30 HP. And you see right now, Nairo just trying to lock down Alistair, but just moving around and shows
Got
no
him.
fear when it comes to this homing attack.
A victory here for Alistair will seal the deal in the championship for Matt, Pat, and Alistair. Meanwhile, Nairo, Mewtwo trying to force a third round, and if they
Got
can,
him.
force a third game in the match.
As you saw right there, he
Got
was
him.
actually able
Oh.
to use low stance to crouch right under that beam.
Alistair and the Suicune trying to get some more attacks on Mewtwo.
Got him. Oh, it's gonna be tough.
Mewtwo. Here comes the synergy burst from Suicune. Suicune gonna try and time up this.
Did he
synergy.
get him?
Is this it? No.
Oh, he blocked it. Oh, he got him.
Able to counter
That's
the
it.
attack. And
And so the winners.
Alistair, Matt, Pat, your
What's
champions
up,
of the
YT
2017
Passion?
Pokken Tournament Deluxe
One more of it. I still hope for
Invitational.
Animal
Your
Crossing.
thoughts on just the way that
I don't
Suicune
know.
able to
I don't know.
close
We'll
that out?
see.
Well, overall, the zoning was just impeccable.
What's up,
right there
dudes?
by Alistair, and his counters to Nairo's zoning with, first off, crouching underneath the hyper beam, using the miracle to also send ranged attacks in field phase right back at Nairo, made it very difficult for Nairo in the long range.
Very,
Hold on,
very
dudes.
impressive. So as the champions hug it out with our runner-ups, sorry, no participation medals given out here for our runners.
Yeah, no participation medals. Going to be a champion.
With that Suicune, and how impressive was it for Nairo and the Mewtwo to really battle?
No, you didn't, Colossus. I think that's what's next.
With Suicune.
Nairo definitely had a lot of mix-ups when it came to his offense. There were times where if he was getting attacked, he would use the side strike, and other times when he was in Alistair's face and you'd expect a grab, he'd go for the dive kick.
So JD and Nairo, you guys didn't win, so I have to politely ask you to leave the stage at this point. Give it up for JD and Nairo. However, Alistair, MatPat, please step to the center of the stage here, Alistair and MatPat, because we have some special guests to present our awards for our champions. Please welcome from the Pokemon Company, Mr. Ishihara.
Gold, silver, crystal were faves. I was in a Pokemon fan back then, Bustin' Justin.
Champions of the 2017 Pokken Tournament
I was
Invitational. Please welcome them to the stage.
Pokemon X is my favorite. I'm Pokemon noob, so even though I played X. Wow. The Real Gamer has just subscribed. Thanks for subbing, dude. I gotta make some adjustments. Hold on.
じゃあポッケントーナメントデラックスインビテーショナル優勝おめでとうございます。
Congratulations on your victory here at the Pokken Tournament Deluxe Invitational.
我々からのプライズを
Nicholas Damick, thanks for subscribing.
We do have a prize to present to you, gentlemen.
They have a prize. Oh, my thing is messing up. Hold on, dudes.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations.
Stretching out. All right, that's better. There we go. There we go.
Thank you once again. Now the fun doesn't stop here though. We have one more exhibition match. We have the developers from Bandai Namco Studios, Mr. Hoshino and Mr. Suzaki. They're gonna take on MatPat and Alistair in one exhibition round. So please, Mr. Hoshino, Mr. Suzaki.
They gotta play the developers
to the stand here.
To teach you. Cool trailer. Yeah, you guys gotta show me the Pokemon ropes.
Mr. Hoshino, Mr. Suzaki, please come this way.
Thought X was okay. I like Sun and Moon better. Actually,
Hoshino first.
yeah, Sun and Moon was a little better than X. I made it close to the end of Sun and Moon. I didn't beat it though. D-Mac, thanks for subbing.
Personality taking on someone that developed this game.
I mean, these guys made the game, dude. Definitely going to be a really interesting situation, seeing how MatPat and Alistair are going up against Hoshino-san and Suzaki-san. Like,
they're playing the developers of the game.
These are the gentlemen who created Pokken Tournament. This is just going to be some other level. It's going to take a
this
lot
is
more
cool.
than just knowing the basic fundamentals to be able to catch them by surprise.
I mean, you know, they still have a pro in Alistair who's on MatPat's side, right? But, I mean, who knows? Like, these guys right now, they don't even look phased that they're going up against Alistair and MatPat. They're like, this is just another day. I mean, we've seen the game way before it's even been released to the masses. So they probably have
time for us to teach. Let's go. Oh, so they're playing the developers.
First, taking on MatPat and that Empoleon.
Coming to the Switch, not joking. Jamie, it's coming, but they got to announce it.
In the face of its opponents. However,
yeah, Treehouse Live is coming up after this.
Style play. He's going to want to make sure that
what's up, YT Passion?
Very well. So MatPat, this will be exciting, taking on one of the developers here, D1. And if you look at Krogun right now, doing a fine job of sort of zoning out Empoleon, getting a feel for
who is who.
Doing a great job blocking as well too.
Yeah, we're going to see the ref done right now from Empoleon. Actually, getting countered. The Krogun jumping into the skies, making it very difficult. Mr. Suzaki, look at his Krogun go.
The developers Krogun.
Comes with special attacks. I wonder if he even knows what's going to happen next.
Mr. Suzaki keeping Empoleon out of range and doing a great job with Krogun. Krogun, as we mentioned, he can play that all-around style as well too, and making sure to just keep Empoleon far away and then using his dash attacks. But nice counter there, Vicky, from Empoleon, and the
grab.
Empoleon also.
Immediately changing the phase, and
wow.
he actually does excel immensely when it comes to speed. He's incredibly fast, but unfortunately, with that RNG style like he has, he can honestly just deframe himself when it comes to
got him.
Oh my goodness, but with another phase shift, he's applying so much pressure right now. Immediately using Litten with his
got him with Litten.
Damage as you just saw right there on Matt.
Oh, Litten is a good support.
He's a bad man right
Oh,
there. Empoleon, and how about
Mr. Suzaki,
That's a little bit of a rope
the developer one.
Sort of make Matt Pat feel good about himself. Let him know, yeah, kid, I understand. You're playing this game. I developed this thing.
Yesterday was hype. Yeah, I did see it, Saw.
Dude, I can't.
I saw
I
it.
just can't.
Let's get set for the next round.
I saw parts of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Selected by Matt Pat and Krogunk being used by Mr. Suzaki. Mr. Suzaki from Bandai Namco Studios knows everything you need to know about this.
I need to
game
text
right
my
here.
wife real
Able to
quick.
Jump over the top of Empoleon, and what we're seeing from Krogunk D1 is a fine job of zoning out Empoleon. Empoleon not having a lot of chances to get in the face of Krogunk and apply some pressure.
Yeah, interestingly enough, while he's using that poison stick, he can't kill the opponent. Oh my gosh!
Did you see that movement?
He's just, and you saw him just chilling on the floor as well. Look at him posing.
Krogunk flex on him.
Krogunk is flexing on him.
268 advantage at this point. Krogunk just playing around with Empoleon. Here comes Empoleon.
Belinda Mondragon, thanks for subbing.
Krogunk going to be in the air and avoids it there, Vicky.
That's exactly what we were talking about earlier, and that's the best way to avoid Empoleon.
Got him.
Empoleon with the grab against Krogunk. Up in the air, going to knock Mr. Suzaki back though. Mr. Suzaki down 114 to 275. Empoleon with some more pressure right there.
Got him.
2 health left for Mr. Suzaki. 1 health.
Whoa.
Nice crossover. Here comes Krogunk trying to turn the tables here. D1.
Oh my goodness, mixing up his.
Oh, he got him. He got Suzaki.
Over Mr. Suzaki.
I hope they bring back Iggy's wrecking balls.
Towards the second half of that round right
I
there.
did not know that's even a game, Buster Justin.
Suzaki and Matt Pat.
Put a picture of that game in the sponsor chat.
And did you see around the end how Krogunk
Cool Hood Maxi, thanks for subbing. I've never heard of that game.
over the opponent to try to mix up his landing and confuse the opponent.
Here it is right now, chilling out in field phase is Mr. Suzaki, but gets caught right there by Matt Pat. Let's see Matt Pat's restaurant that he was able to do to JD earlier today.
Mr. Suzaki and Krogunk able to counter right there. 424 deficit though for Mr. Suzaki. However, going to drop down, get some damage, and look at the
Boom,
that
got him.
applied to Empoleon here, D1.
Yes, right there, the defense is lowered, which means that you're going to see some more damage off of Matt Pat whenever Mr. Suzaki strikes.
Meanwhile, Krogunk and that Litten gonna miss with that support Pokemon tag, but here comes the synergy
Got him.
from Krogunk. Gonna try and get some massive damage here.
Did he get him?
Is this gonna be enough? No!
Oh, he missed
With
him.
the first move, however, able to still zone out Empoleon. 341, 113 advantage. Winner of this round wins
Oh,
the
it's
game.
getting close, dude.
Empoleon and Matt Pat trying to fight back. No, Krogunk gonna break through the grab. Flexes on him. 40 health left for Empoleon. Empoleon gonna miss with the swipe. Krogunk going to the air this time.
Got him.
Crossover by
The developer's too
Mr.
good.
Suzaki. Stone
The developer's too good, man.
Matt Pat falling to Mr. Suzaki. Very impressive performance by Krogunk and Mr. Suzaki. And D1, how about Krogunk? Operated by Mr. Suzaki, able to leap into the air, crossover Empoleon at the end of that.
Literally one word, unpredictable.
But
Mr.
this next dude is
on
good.
stage says, you're only going to get one chance to beat me, and unfortunately you lost. You'll never get to face me again.
Alistair's going to bat clean up for Matt Pat and Alistair. Going to be interesting to see if Alistair goes with that sweep. Meanwhile, we have Mr. Hoshino. Who will Mr. Hoshino go with here? As you have Alistair, as you talked about before, D1, at the top of this community, and we've seen him play so well with the Mewtwo and a Suicune, but now you're facing off against one of the developers of this game.
Yeah, Hoshino-san definitely might have some tricks up his sleeve as well. We actually have Alistair not going with Suicune.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting selection by Alistair. You got to figure he's well-rounded in every single character. But we're going to go back to Gen 1 here for a classic throwdown on the schoolyard of Charizard against Pikachu at this point. Litten going to
Hold on, dudes. I need to tell her.
Pokemon here, Vicky. And right now, in the foreground, you're going to have Charizard controlled by Mr. Hoshino. Meanwhile, Alistair going with Pikachu. And Pikachu, one of those players that's a little bit more well-rounded. Meanwhile, our first sort of power player in Charizard here, Vicky.
Charizard really likes to play mid-range, but you also have to take into consideration that he
Let's
does
go.
fly
All right, dude. Let's focus. I got to focus. Oh, that's the game? Let me see.
Last game, Krogunk doing the same thing.
This was at the beginning of yesterday's stream.
Charizard, let's go ahead and shift phases at this point.
I hope they bring back Eagles Rebellion. Did I miss a stream earlier? Nah, Pumpkin Pie. This is it.
Taking advantage field phase.
Yeah, and it looks
I don't know what that picture is, YT Passion. What is that a picture of, YT Passion?
great follow-up
The most
with Alistair taking
ever
that
seen.
first round over Hoshino-san.
Pikachu
Oh,
and
that's
Alistair
Smash.
taking that round.
Nah, I don't
If they
believe
get
that.
This round, they'll go ahead and take that game here, Vicky.
Yeah, I don't
And we
believe there's
saw
no
all that
Smash
pressure
yet.
from Alistair because
Who won?
in particular plays very close range and is
I wasn't paying
incredibly fast.
attention. Who won?
When he's in mid-range, it's a little bit difficult for him to rack up all that extra damage, but we're not really seeing that too much right now. He's going to have to try to bring this back.
Charizard with the grab and the throw is going to do some major damage on Pikachu. 600, 266. Let's serve it up again right here, D1.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Hoshino has that tank.
Hold on, dudes. I'm going to be back in 1 second. I'm going to be back in 1 second. No, in 1 minute.
That Pikachu. Let's see if Pikachu can bounce back. They're trying to get the cross blocked by
I'll be
Charizard.
right back.
Charizard going to knock back Pikachu. Charizard bringing down some pain. However, Charizard with the third grab of the match. Mr. Hoshino, unbelievable, able to keep Alistair at bay and connect on not one,
Yes.
not two, but 3 grabs in that round.
Absolutely. You can tell this guy is a master of rock, paper, scissors, or janken, as they would say as well. This is out of control. Using the grabs to beat the counterattack, getting extra damage because it is a critical hit. Here we have third round with Alistair versus Hoshino-san.
Do you think Alistair's a little starstruck at this point? Maybe that's getting into his head, maybe throwing him off possibly.
I mean, I would be.
Pikachu getting some early pressure on Charizard. Winner of this round will decide the game between Mr. Hoshino and Alistair. Meanwhile, Charizard getting that block, getting the hit on Pikachu. Pikachu, though, able to try and counter. Charizard doing a fine job of reading and blocking there, Vicky.
And it seemed like that for a little bit, that Alistair was going to be able to maneuver himself around Mr. Hoshino.
Yeah, I'm
but
live,
isn't
Pokken
enough
Pie.
else is coming, so another grab from Mr. Hoshino.
Took
How is he
Obi-Wan.
going to
It was
avoid this?
Photoshopped.
Mr. Hoshino has
YT
Alistair
Passion, nice
seeing
try, dude.
stars with all of these grabs
Nice try,
right now.
dude.
Charizard
Who's
able
winning?
to deal and try to get through a couple of tough projectiles. Meanwhile, Pikachu connects with the counter, though, and Pikachu able to knock Charizard back. Let's shift phases here. Pikachu, light, nimble, mobile. Charizard trying to get in his mud. Meanwhile, Mr. Hoshino down to 146. Let's get some Mega Charizard X here. Mega Charizard trying to put some pressure. Here comes Linton.
Mega
That's gonna
Charizard.
connect on Charizard, knock it back. 99 health for Mr.
Alistar
Hoshino.
is
Here comes
good.
Pikachu in burst mode. Let's see if Pikachu can connect with that burst move right here. Here comes Poplio using some support Pokemon health. Pikachu still in burst mode. Charizard getting some attacks here. Charizard with a little bit more health and a couple of boosts right here too, D1.
Oh, this is going to be close.
From that fire punch, and it looks like it's getting really intense here. The dive kick.
Oh, the developer came back.
Mr. Hoshino battles back and gets the victory over Alistair. How impressive was that, D1?
I mean, Mr. Hoshino, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? The man is one of the developers right here, the directors of the game. He knows a lot about the game. When it comes to mix-ups, it looks like Alistair's Pikachu.
The devs won,
He's getting
dude.
caught by many seismic tosses.
Video
We saw him
thumbnail.
go
Yeah,
for
the
that-
Nintendo gave
for
her.
that tail whip.
Bruh, I was
To the
dead
just immediate
when they showed
seismic toss
what they
was
revealed Metroid
super
4.
difficult to deal with. And right now we have Alistair seeing stars just like Jordan said before.
We were talking about being starstruck, but my goodness, I was incredibly starstruck just by watching that. I can't believe how Alistair may feel right now.
Oh, definitely. But a big thank you to Ishihara-san, Suzaki-san, and Hoshino-san for bringing Pokken Tournament Deluxe to the Switch. We are thankful.
Let me see, wait. If we are doing any games, I'm probably not going to be able to play. Well, I'm not playing right now. I'm not going to be playing any games now.
Impressive right there. They get their artwork. Their
I'm going to be
Give it up
playing
for Mr.
tonight, but it's
Hoshino,
going to be
Mr.
late
Suzaki,
tonight.
Matt Pat,
I'm not going to
Alistair,
get back in until
your
late
champions
tonight.
of the 2017 Pokken Tournament Deluxe Invitational. Stick around. We got the Arms Open Invitational coming later today.
That's
Give it
later.
up one more time for them.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see that Yoshi, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see that Yoshi, bro. They should be showing Yoshi next. And so I want to see the Yoshi next. Yoshi is next. We are the best. We are the best in the whole wide west side. You subscribe, Jake Does Games. Thanks for subbing, dude. Buy me the Metroid Prime trilogy. Yeah, right. Let's go. See you in the next. The game nobody cared about because Metroid shook everybody. You're right, what YouTube. That's what I was saying earlier. Dude, I wasn't even paying attention to that Yoshi announcement because Metroid was on my mind, bro. I wasn't even paying attention. I had to go back and watch the Yoshi trailer later because I wasn't even paying attention to it. There's that Mario Odyssey. Bro, Mario Odyssey. Oh my goodness. It's a Mario game like never before. Seems so I'm ahead of you. Okay. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming, dudes. See. Odyssey, yes we. Odyssey, yes see. Odyssey, yes see. Odyssey, yes see. Odyssey, yes see. Odyssey, yes see.
Spin the wheel, take a chance. Every journey starts a new romance. A new world's calling out to you.
Hold on, and yeah, Mario Odyssey just blew my expectations, dude. Wow, this game is gonna be epic, dudes. I look at my screen and I see what I thought was Yoshi Woolly World. yeah, but I couldn't even tell if it was a Yoshi Woolly World HD. I didn't know what it was, bro. I wasn't paying attention. Play Pokken, make Ruby upside again right before the Pokken. I don't know PlayStation. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Sponsor Obi so I can enjoy. Haha, Ruder. I gotta change it. Sorry, Ruder. I gotta change it so you're not gonna be able to play.
Hey everybody, welcome
just
back
so
to
the
Nintendo
sponsors have
Treehouse Live
incentive
at E3
to be
2017.
We're
Back here to take a quick look at the new Yoshi game for Nintendo Switch. We're here with Kendra and Matt over there. And Kendra, take it away.
Oh,
so,
hey guys! I have to head out, dudes.
Super excited.
Just when this game comes out. But this game looks good, dudes. This Yoshi game is fire, bro. Wait, no, I'm not stopping the stream. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming right back. I ain't stopping.
We've got, as you can see in the background, we've got, it looks kind of like a toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
And we've got some sort of diorama style elements going on, but I'm going to stop talking and just start vanquishing my enemies. So something really cool that's new about this one is that we are able to interact with the background and the foreground, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a sec after I get all the red coins
all
and
the
such.
treats.
Yes.
Hey.
So yeah, you'll notice here I can't so much see what's going on, but that's because we're able to see both the front and the back side of the stage later. Not now, but later. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Bam. So I'm able to send things flying in the background. I can collect coins. I can smack around my enemies if I want.
Oh wait, hang on a
Which I totally want to do.
Oh yeah, you're loading up on eggs now.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I need all the eggs.
Oh, there's stuff happening.
There is. So yeah, I'm just gonna
take out that shrub with the flowers right there.
Okay. All right. No shrub unturned.
Yeah, because I love he's my favorite dude right there.
Taking a nap.
He's just like slacking off
I'm
work.
doing it.
Wake him up.
Sorry, dude.
Now you're.
That was totally worth it.
That was way
so
worth
as
it.
you can see, interacting with the background and paying attention to what's going on around you is pretty rewarding. And
hey,
yes,
no Shage left standing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? But he's just like hanging out.
He already stole his coin. He has nothing left to live for.
Okay, all right, it's true. I'll put him out of his misery. There you go, buddy.
There. See,
I did it. I did it for you.
He's in a better place now.
Oh gosh.
I wonder if that sleeping one was supposed to be doing some kind of work or something.
I think he was there to support the other guy, and now left him alone.
Wow, you guys are really building on this story. Okay, so I'm gonna knock over this guy's house because he has another goodie for me. Oh, wow. Dang. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, well, that's a lot of flower spots compared to what.
Now, you hinted at this a second ago, but what I love about this is how like handmade the whole game feels. Like it feels kind of like a diorama project. You know, you can see the corrugated cardboard. You can see like the little cows in the background look like they're made out of construction paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And I feel like it's really cool because like it reminds me of when I was a kid, you know, and I would make things out of cardboard and whatnot for school projects or just because I felt like it.
Just taking out the cows.
Yeah, you gotta tip all the cows. Them's the rules.
I wish that. Oh, okay.
No. Okay, hang on. We gotta do this right.
All right, going up.
I know. I'm running low on eggs too.
Oh my God! Look at that little Shy Guy painted on the inside of that
yeah,
window.
it's like hand drawn. So cute.
Yeah,
The developers
cute.
have really put a lot of just work into the detail in this game, and it's just as charming as ever. I just love it. I don't know, like the music and everything makes me feel super happy. It's like the little flute.
And you can see a lot of depth to the level design here too. You've been going through doors and behind locations and kind of exploring around behind the scenes. As you mentioned earlier, and for anyone who's seen the trailer, you would have seen some of this as well. All stages have 2 sides to them. You've got the front side and the back side. There might be some areas that you wouldn't even think to explore, except that once you've played it through one way, on the back side of your playthrough on the other side of the level, you might notice that there's a way that you could go that you couldn't go before.
Totally. And these moving platforms, I want everybody to watch in to pay attention to those because I'm gonna show you something really cute about that later.
Yeah, so
but
just
for
remember
now,
that those
I
are
need to
there.
destroy more houses.
Nice,
Give me
finding
that.
a few
Look at
collectibles along
this
the
little
way.
dude's like just stepping out to take a stretch. Little does he know.
Oh.
Come back here, buddy. Come on, your
Come
time
out
is
again.
nigh.
No, you
Your
took
time
his,
is nigh.
You took his flower and now he's sad. All right.
Bam.
And I love the way that the grass is kind of rippling as you throw things past it and kind of waving in the breeze.
Oh yeah, there just so many things interact, and it's really rewarding to. Ooh.
Neat.
I wonder
See?
whose
It's
jeans
very
those
rewarding.
were. Those
Punch
jeans were
your way
really
through
big.
that door.
Do you see here over here on the left?
The clothesline?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah, they're like little paper clothes blowing in the breeze. I gotta watch out for this train. It's a good thing none of those Shy Guys are on the tracks.
all clear.
I feel like that would end in
Tragedy.
yeah, in tears.
They're already having a pretty rough road of things with you running through their town.
Yeah, and look, if you look in the very far background, those look like plates with little smiley faces on them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's super cute.
This is weird. For all the times I've played this, I'd never noticed the smiley faces
I know,
on the
I
plates.
actually didn't either until right now. Boop, boop, boop.
Here's
So-
another important thing to remember.
Yeah, everybody
So-
watching back at home.
Yeah, just make a little note, get a piece of
Notice
paper,
this.
write down
See me standing here?
that there was a thing here that
Yeah.
we're going to come back to when we're playing on the flip side of this level.
That's right. But I need to eat more.
Forget
eat
at
more
your peril.
characters. Turn them into eggs.
Okay, good.
Ooh, we got goodies back there. I'm just like going for the gold here. I'm just gonna kill all the Shy Guys.
There we go.
Oh,
you got
ki-
no. You
kill
can't take his
all
money.
The Shy Guys.
There you go. The
There
only
we
way you
go.
get all the
Look at-
flowers.
yeah, did you
is
see
for
that?
cute.
All the flowers like.
Oh my
Ooh,
God. Nice.
dang.
And
wow,
you got one of
clearly
the
my
red
last
coins.
shot wasn't perfect enough to get all those coins. So as with all Yoshi games, you have tons of secrets and things to discover, and you're rewarded. You're rewarded by taking your time and just really playing through all the areas and
Whoa,
being
go, go, go.
curious.
Get him.
Dude, I'm gonna get him.
Get him.
He can't escape
Get
his
him.
fate.
Get
Oh,
him.
I know. He's
Get
gotta
him.
keep dropping those. Bam. He was there. I ate him. It's all over.
I'm
right,
glad
dude.
that you did
Everything's
that
over.
behind
I'm back.
the wall. So
But
that
I
you
have
could
a
see
guest
what
with me.
happened to the Shy Guy.
My wife
Look
went
at
to
the little
the
cardboard
grocery store.
Okay. Doop,
And
doop.
so I'm
not
gonna
gonna
be.
go
I have my
there
son with me,
because that's an exit, and I can't get.
yeah.
and I'm
open
gonna
the door.
feed him
But
some
I'm gonna show
yogurt.
you.
I'm gonna give him some yogurt.
Hey, there was something really,
music.
really neat
Here
that
you
you
go.
did a second ago, and I want to draw some people's attention
But
to
this game looks
that just
good,
throughout this
dude. When I
level.
went back and
You,
saw the
threw
replay
an egg at
of
a
this
little rubber
game,
band that snapped it, and like
it
the
looks
bridge unfolded
good.
in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you
What
see
up,
in this
Freezy?
game, you could probably make out of household
I'll
objects.
see
You
you,
know,
boy.
you could make a little rubber band. Like
Told you I'd be
collapsible
back.
bridge thing that you snap the rubber band and the bridge unfolds. Everything. Not only does it look handcrafted, you could probably figure out how to make these things on your own time.
Yeah, this game looks good.
Oh,
Huh?
totally.
What'd you say?
I feel like it's the kind of thing that I would have tried to make when I was a kid, and I probably
Yeah, it's a
would
new
have
Yoshi game coming to the
failed.
Switch.
But you know.
I just find that
But I
end,
would have
like-
tried. I
oh.
would have tried. Dang it!
guys-
Come back here, you.
He's coming.
Patience.
This game looks good, dude.
No. Okay.
This game looks good.
No. Oh my gosh.
Obi-Wan, the
He's
great
proving
parrot.
to be a tricky
I know.
guy. Okay.
Watch
He's
your step
taunting
out.
me.
Really go.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Jeez, now I have to go get more eggs.
No collectible, uncollected.
I know. He's taunting me. It's payback.
Dude,
I took out all
again,
his brothers.
if you're
Oh my
just
God,
now
the stars.
tuning
Wait.
in,
Wait.
make sure you
Wait,
click
wait.
that subscribe button.
Ooh,
Mario
yes.
will
Look at
pop
the
up,
stars. We passed the
and
stars.
you get that
Sorry,
live
you want me
shout
to go
out,
back?
boy.
I just want to look at him real
Or
quick.
girl.
I'm sorry.
But this game looks good, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, those smiles
Well,
are precious.
I like the
They
art
are
style in
precious.
all of
They
the
bring me
Yoshi
joy.
games.
Thank you for showing me the stars.
You're welcome. All right, so we're gonna
Okay, there's a cool
continue
thing.
to. Oh my gosh, come on now. There we go. I'm getting to like.
That
Coins.
was
This
I'm,
game
like,
just looks
rushing
good.
this. I gotta take my time.
It's like a solid
be patient
platformer.
with the aiming.
I love how
Oh,
much
hi.
complexity the.
Where's my
oh,
phone?
Oh, you no!
Isabella, go get
Just
my
take
phone.
it.
I'm
See
gonna,
what
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
beep
I'm
it.
scared.
Oh, you got him. Nice.
See if it's in the kitchen.
They may
Wait,
get away,
hey,
but not with their
hey.
money.
Do you
All
hear
right,
it?
you know
They're not
what?
going to wait around.
That's fine. They can go. They can.
Do you hear it?
They can have their freedom for now.
I love the kind of way that the game adjusts
Oh,
the
it's
focus
maybe
for you. Like,
upstairs
here
in
you
the
go.
basement.
I'm ready.
Go
All right, let's do
upstairs.
the
Sorry,
thing, and
I
then
don't
we'll
want to
talk about
interrupt you,
focus.
but I
Now
just
go.
want everybody. Whee!
Watch them scatter.
And I know,
love
because they
that.
know that the wrath is coming. The wrath of Yoshi.
The wrath of Yoshi.
It cometh.
Huh?
Okay. Bam.
Oh,
You hear it?
nice
Do
work.
you hear it upstairs?
So there we had the front side of the stage, and now we're going to switch to the course select
Go
screen.
help him get it. He might
And
not
I'm
find
going to show everybody the
stars on
back side.
sticks.
Yeah, I was about to say, more stars for you there, Rich.
You're so cute.
Yeah,
They are.
They're
I know.
amazing.
I like how they totally look like hand cut, handcrafted.
So now we're going into the same stage, but on the flip side.
That's right.
Going into the same
sorry.
stage. Oh, and that's the
Shy Guy.
theme about this
Oh, yeah.
game.
I love
It
how they're on sticks,
flips.
too. That's
I
so
actually
cute.
do feel a little bad picking on the Shy Guys.
Like the
'cause
stages
they're one of my
flip. You
favorite,
could go to the front of
Nintendo
the stage or the
characters.
back of the
I
stage.
think,
Cool
I mean, they're
little
one of my
cool
favorite
mechanic.
characters too, and that's why I like picking on them.
Wow.
So it's just a very different perspective on
I appreciate your
on
honesty.
things.
The truth is out.
Okay, so what you're looking at here is all the stuff that we couldn't see that was hidden. Like we saw the front side of that milk carton earlier.
Do you
Now we're
hear
looking
it?
at the back side. You can see what was actually there.
Yeah,
you
so
had,
we.
go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say we started at the very beginning, same spot we were at. That's all. Go for it.
But
That's
like,
it. I just wanted to make sure that was clear to everybody.
like when you went back there, you grabbed all those coins because you could kind of see them through the little like cracks in the windows and
I
stuff.
did.
This time you get a full view.
Oh
my God, look at that.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So
that
the
game you
Shy
were
Guy
talking
in the
about, that's
background,
what it does,
if
flipping
you guys
death?
notice the butterflies that were waving around,
Thank you.
he's actually holding it, and it's like attached with tape.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
super
know that
cute,
trailer.
and goodbye.
Like
Okay.
the thing I love
It needed
about
to
this,
happen.
they're all like stage hands. As much as they're enemies, they're
Oh,
stage
no.
hands.
All out of-
Like working the props in the background and like making the game come to life for you. I
wonder
love
if
that
someone's paying
aspect of
them
this.
to do this.
Oh, and there's like something
you
In
sparkling in the
those
background.
coins that you're taking from them.
Right, right, because they're always carrying coins. Maybe they just got paid.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
notice in the
And you
background
can
there's,
throw
like,
your
planters.
Oh, yeah.
eggs in
Like
the
that's
foreground
like
or
somebody's
the
house.
background,
Oh, yeah.
We're in someone's house, people.
which is pretty cool.
Kinda
I didn't
weird.
even notice that. They're inside a
Wow.
house. I didn't
Well,
even
I don't know.
notice
You know
that.
what? I'm
He's
leaving,
fine.
I'm
We
leaving
do-
him alone this time. He's having
Yeah.
enough. He looks kind of sad. I'm gonna let
Now
him be. I'm
a
also gonna leave
ghost.
the butterfly guy alone. I'm
you
feeling
talking about?
remorse. my wrathful.
Wait, there's a little construction paper river back there too that was really cool. Like when you
Aw. So the
come forward
living,
through the.
but
Oh wait,
also
what's
have
up
the
there?
other
Yeah.
side.
Points.
Oh, I see the living
Look
and
up
the
at the
dead.
top of the house.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Jump, jump, jump.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Oh,
I know, I know.
that's
how to
why
get
it's
up there.
called
Ah.
flipping
Oh,
death.
there's got to be a way to get up
There
there.
probably
There you go,
is.
Joshua.
Can you throw an egg at it?
I probably
cool,
can.
No,
dude.
from the other side. It looks because it's got those little
Alright.
corrugated cardboard things like little supports. Can you target that?
It's pretty tricky from
It's
this
hard from
angle.
this side.
I'm not.
Okay, so
yeah,
what you're going to
it's
have
cool.
to do, now you know it's there. Next time you're playing through on the other side,
Exactly.
you know
There
what
you
to
go.
shoot and you know what it unlocks.
Yeah,
So you can
yeah.
go back and you can do that again.
And that's
right,
obviously something
I'm
that's
just gonna
unique
stream
this
up
game.
to this
You're
Yoshi game.
rewarded by paying really close attention to everything that's going on around
Thanks for
you at all
subbing, the
times.
early gamer.
And some
Early
secrets
gamer
are
has
accessible from one
subscribed.
side as opposed to the other side.
Blue Stories.
I really like how
Just
you got
Pokken.
that
they just
flower,
had Pokken
since
and
we're on
then
the
this
reverse side of the stage,
Yoshi
the
game.
flower
Yeah, I saw that
showed up
train.
as
The
the
Shy
reverse
Guy has
side
a
of the
cannon.
Yeah, yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
You've got like
Bro, the
front
Shy
side
Guy
collectibles
has a
and back side
cannon.
collectibles.
Yeah,
So
this
come on
game
this
has
side.
So much heart,
Something
so much
to play with
detail.
kids. Yeah, Jason.
Okay,
and that's what I like about
That's what I wanna show you guys.
Nintendo.
Okay, so remember the moving
You can play it
platforms?
with your kids,
Check this out.
but the gameplay is
That's
so
why they were
fun. You'll still
They are
enjoy
working
it
so
too,
hard
man.
here.
You'll still
They're
enjoy it
pulling
too.
little rubber bands
So I'm
that are attached to
excited
these
about this
cartons,
game. I'm looking forward to
and
playing it.
Sweat is just dripping off of them, and
looking forward to
just gonna
playing
eat
it.
them and put them out of their misery because I care.
And now
because I care.
Now that you've done that, those things are permanently extended. So all of those are now like permanent platforms. And hang on a second, let's go back, because like painted on the back side of this is a little like because they're trying to show you a little bit of how this works. It's like a little cartoony drawing of Yoshi chowing down on a Shy Guy.
Huh?
So cute. Okay, I
Yeah,
think
we're
I'm
almost
full
done.
up. Yep, I'm full up.
Yeah, you're full.
But I'm still gonna eat this guy. I'm hungry.
Here's a couple
I am
more of
hungry
the
for Yoshi.
stagehands doing their work.
Those sound delicious.
Let me in. Let me in.
Now,
Nope.
do you remember how to get in?
Oh, I
yeah.
do.
Yeah, I need to.
Oh, bring it back just in time.
Yes.
Okay.
And
There
now
you
I
go.
will wreak havoc.
And now
Your day,
you know the
your
rest
day
of the
job's
story.
ended, buddy. You're done.
And he was napping.
I know.
There's a
And
lot of
now he's
napping
in my,
Shy Guys.
He's in one of the eggs now.
Napping
All right.
still until you throw him at one of his friends.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Their backside.
You're on the controller.
Should I bother with them? I don't know. I'll leave them be. I'm
Hold on,
feeling
hold this.
like I need to
Witnesses.
show mercy on some of these guys because
You ran through there earlier.
Look what my
Now you
son's
get to-
holding.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so-
right. You threw an egg
Show him
in
what you
there
got in your
earlier.
hand, dude.
egg just
He
by
got that
instinct,
Xbox controller.
But obviously there was
He's
a little
eating, so he
cloud
has stuff
floating
all
in
over his
there,
mouth.
which is why. Oh no.
Yeah, well, you got to wait for the training. Go
Don't-
back to the
yeah.
cookie
Look
box.
at the
real
controller
quick.
he
Don't
has.
cross without looking both ways.
Xbox.
Wait, you want me to
Yeah, I
go back?
want to look at the cookie box real quick
Alright,
because you
come
can
on.
see
Let me put you
like
down.
when they
You wanna
made
go
the
down? You want
diorama,
to go
they
down?
only put construction paper and
Wipe your
paint
mouth.
on like
Wipe your
the
mouth.
front side,
Go
but the
ahead.
back
Oh,
side you
yeah.
can still see like what it was.
Yeah, because the
Like,
front
oh,
side
there's
is the
cookies.
part that
He
everybody's
just
gonna
holds the
see,
controllers
right?
and pretend he's playing.
So cute. All right.
More cookies.
I know. I need eggs. Give me the eggs.
Thanks.
I
No
love that
problem,
sound
Blue
effect.
Stories.
So here we are back at the train station.
The
that,
other area that
that you were meant to take a note. So get your notes. Review the
Got an
for the
Xbox.
home audience.
Right, yeah.
Kids
Got your
have an
notepads.
Xbox.
Oh gosh. Bam.
Nicely
So
done.
there was the
There we
little arrow pointing there, obviously, that was indicating to me that I should throw an egg, and now I have another flower.
Let's
And
go.
I'm going for a little choo-choo ride.
A little juice box for the.
Now that flower showed up as a regular flower would normally show up.
Yeah, because that's on this side.
Right.
It's only accessible on the flip side of this stage.
Right.
Stage.
Right. So I think that's cool. That
And
there's
there's
that
that
distinction.
There's that
Let's
one-way
go.
door that you hit earlier,
Mm-hmm.
which now deposited you. Oh.
Oh, hey.
Look what you
Oh,
forgot.
Wow, yeah, look what I did forget. You're going down, buddy.
But it's awesome
You
because
will pay.
like you couldn't see
Assassin's
that
Creed
unless
Origins.
you were.
That Assassin's Creed
like,
game look cool.
unless you'd already
But
played
it's
through
not
the
coming
front
to the
side of it.
Switch, bro.
Oh.
No
that's the
Assassin's
dude
Creed
you
on the
gotta get
Switch.
from
How they try Nintendo
the
like
train
that, bro?
station. Can you hit him from here? Oh.
Larg. Larg. Dang it. Oh, and he is just like holding.
And
He
he's
is
holding
not,
some caramel bricks. I love that.
Wow. He's been in training to do that particular job.
There you go, Joshua.
He has to stay there permanently. All right, well, fine then. I do want to actually keep going so that we have enough time for the next area.
Okay,
There
so
are
he
many
can live.
secrets to be found. I'm not going to spoil them all, so we're going to keep pressing on.
Oh, here's this.
These are all the dudes that
I
were
know.
hiding.
It's-
Look, the
They're
shy
so
guys
cute.
are
I know.
like
I just
waiting
kind of want to
behind
look
the
at them
door.
because they're just like doing their thing. All right,
They're just
guys.
waiting for go time.
How was the tournament?
Well, go
The
time.
tournament was all right, Lit
Oh,
Blue.
there they go.
Bam.
It was all right.
I just noticed the flip
Yeah.
side of the coins have like a little Yoshi head on them too.
So cute. All right.
You know what,
so
dudes?
Here we are.
Well, let me see if they show
Backside
another stage. Let me see if
completed.
they show another
Obviously, I
stage.
didn't hit every single secret. But
Joshua, here.
We are going to move on because now we're going to do some two-player, which is personally
Super
my
awesome.
favorite. And Rich is
Okay.
going to play with me.
Whoa,
Oh,
you're gonna do
off of
two-player.
my
Yoink.
wrist.
There we go.
There we go.
Two
Strap
player.
up,
Some YouTubers in there. Yeah, they had
Gonna switch back to
YouTubers.
the course select.
It was
oh, wait,
alright.
I've got the other half of your controller, so you'll need me to push some buttons.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll push that button.
You did it.
It's already.
Yeah, the dev battle
super
was good. Yeah,
cooperative.
yeah. It
It
did get
is.
intense.
So
Teamwork.
This time we're gonna
The
be
dev
looking at
battle
a
was
different
good.
course, right?
Yes,
And the
we're gonna be
last-
looking
that
at a different
last
course.
match
We are playing
with
two-player.
Nairo and the other
It's
dude was good.
amazing. I love it. It requires a lot of coordination.
It's
and
a little savage.
It is.
It
It
can
is.
be a little
okay.
savage.
All right. Get your
Boink.
bearings first.
Okay.
Get your bearings.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Here
Alright.
we are. Okay.
So this
I'm
has
green,
co-op.
Rich is red.
Which is cool.
Dude.
All right, just
I
dancing.
don't know if I
I'm
trust
just
you.
dancing.
Are you
okay,
gonna shoot
take the
any
high
games
road,
later
I'll take the low
tonight?
road.
Yeah,
You're making
Anish.
me nervous, man.
We're gonna
It's
play
fine. I'm not
tonight.
gonna-
We could do
Look at
Mario
the
I could
Kart.
use an egg though, so.
Okay.
I mean,
All right. I won't
Some
be greedy.
Street Fighter.
Boink. There we
We're
go.
gonna stream some
feeling-
games tonight.
Nicer than usual.
Wait, I am on the other hand. I'm gonna knock the other side of this
Yeah,
off.
we got
just
to
'cause-
see what's going on back here.
Oh, sorry. I do like the little.
Adorable.
Again, Shy Guy stagehands are the best thing.
Yeah, dudes.
I'm gonna.
Alright, dudes.
Like
This is
that
where
they
I'm gonna
only
be
have
ending the
heads and
stream.
necks, too.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
not
Just
even a
more
full
Yoshi.
body.
I'll be back
So here's
on
our
later
first,
tonight.
puzzle for this,
Obi-Wan Plays
like,
Gaming
multiplayer co-op
Championships.
stage.
We're gonna be
You have
playing. If
just
you're not a
grabbed the magnet
sponsor, go to
and
obi1plays.com
latched
to
it on
sign
to a
up
couple hands.
so you can play
Can we- can
we
with
clear
your
this?
boy
I think we can.
Okay.
Yeah, just barely.
and get into
Yeah.
the exclusive Discord
There we go.
There we
chat.
go.
All right, dudes.
You're gonna
I'll see you
that
guys
pop up
later.
A few times on the
Peace.
stage.
Peace.
Eat. And then why don't you hop on and I'll
Yes,
give,
I'm going
give
for a
you
ride.
push.
Going for a ride.
A little